Hey, y'all. Let me get this thing straight. Good evening. Good evening, my HBCU family. Wherever two or three are gathered together in my name, God will receive the glory. The glory. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. So blessed to be able to fellowship with you all tonight for another edition of SWAC Saturday with She Loves Thee. And hopefully my special guest, Mr. Ford, might have some other folks drop by. Sorry I'm late. It's Jay's fault. I was talking to him all day. He messed up my schedule, you know. So I'm going to blame him because I can't blame Braxton. Braxton is not here. Theta's trying to be funny. A change gonna come. Oh, yes, I do. I don't know if a change is going to come, but I know one needs to. Needs to. Not tomorrow. Not the next day. But now. We need that change now. All right, y'all. Boom. Hey, Miss Natasha. I was here last Saturday. I know y'all be expecting those Tuesday and Thursday lives in the middle of the week. But we have so much to talk about. So before we get into the HBCU news, we're going to share some things that have taken place over the week. I like doing this one. Like before we get into like HBCU stuff, to just go over what's been happening in the news. It's a lot. that's been going on. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Um so the first thing that we're going to talk about is New York City's Mamdani. I don't even know how to say this man's name. Mamdani. Zohran Mamdani. How did you guys elect a Muslim? Zohran Mamdani is a New York State Assembly member and Democratic Socialist running for mayor. He was born in Uganda and raised in New York City. So he is African American. He's 33 years old. Ooh, that's a hard 33, y'all. That is a hard 33. I ain't trying to, I did not know he was 33 years old. Wow. So we need to talk a little bit about Zohran Mamdani. I'm gonna pull up his picture for you guys. Ugandan American. You can thank Dre for this segment. Okay, so why is Zohran Mamdani? Why are we talking about him? So, Black New Yorkers rage over Mamdani's African American claim. A slew of Black Big Apple residents fumed Friday over mayoral frontrunner Zohran Mamdani's claim on an Ivy League college application that he's African American, with them raging the socialist is a fraud and a trickster. He's just trying to get over. An 86-year-old Harlem resident, identifying herself only as Marjorie, said of Mamdani, a socialist of Asian Indian descent. He checked off African American as well as Asian on his Columbia University application in 2009, leading to controversy. Okay. So DEI is okay when they're using it. Politics will age you. He has not been in politics that long. He's only 33 years old. I don't want to be in politics. Don't ask me to be in nothing political if I'm going to get stressed out like that. I like looking, my age and young, not a hard. You can look at him and see he's not Black. I don't like him. I didn't like the first time I heard him. Ooh. So basically, he's a foreigner. He ain't no African American. He became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2018 and holds dual citizenship between the countries. We don't need a lying mayor or a mayor that says he's Black so he can get Black people to vote for him. It says the university where Mamdani's father was and still is a professor, so he was going to get in. I want to say that if your father works at the school, you're still going to get in and get a hefty price cut on your tuition. Had affirmative action friendly admission policies at that time. So he was trying to take advantage of it. Either way, Mamdani failed to get into the prestigious school. Damn. They didn't let him in anyway. Over there lying, and he didn't even help you. So anyway, Mayor Eric Adams, who is Black, called Mamdani's college education application claim deeply offensive. So, in good spirit and true fashion, being from Africa does not make you an African American, and he selected back. Dual citizenships in Uganda and then America. He's from Africa. What's the problem? What do you mean African American? That's why you need a Black American. There's a difference, and it needs to be said. Black American needs to hold the same credence as like it needs to have the same Black American needs to have the same title, or excuse me, the same connotation as it would mean as if you were Jewish. Do you guys understand what I'm saying by that? When I say Black American, basically what I mean is you have generations and generations of family that were born on this soil. I want to say at least 3 or 4 generations. Y'all are falling for the okie doke. No, we are not falling for the okie doke. This is what we call a cosplayer. This is the Mamdani HBCU starter pack, brought to you by none other but than Dre. Right, he's not Black. That's simple. Dr. Carey, I didn't do it. I did not do this. Okay, what y'all think about this one? Wait, Dre wants him to win. There we go. Jerome, thank you for putting it in words for me. Black American is our ethnicity, a group that built this country and opened doors for other minorities. So what we need for Black American to have the same connotation as it would Jew, because then could make a case for reparations, lineage based, meaning your lineage comes from descendants of slavery. He's a hog-headed, lying. Hey, Jay.
Okay, first of all, Miss Ma'am, one thing I don't appreciate is lies.
I didn't lie. I was late because of you.
No, that's not why you were late. That is
Why was
not
I
why you were
late?
late. You
Why
were
was I
late
late?
because you was over there shopping at Target again and getting them crab oils.
I was not at Target. I was at Publix today, not at Target. Now that is a
Well,
lie.
Target, Publix, we supposed to be boycotting right now.
Not from Publix. That's our grocery store. Oh! Read the chat. Jay, can you read the chat? Look at what
Dr.
Dr. Carey
Carey, Dr.
said.
Carey, Dr. Carey, Dr.
Yes,
Carey.
I was not shopping at Target. We know he's not Black. HBCU band talk. A lot of people don't know that he's not Black. It's the same thing with the mayor of Jackson claiming that I'm gonna play that video in just. We're gonna talk about these mayors now.
Dre is so offended at you right now.
I got my wine. I'll pop that open for when we talk about our mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. All right. What else we got? Oh, okay. So Dre, what is with the 1911
Oh, Lord have mercy.
pin over there?
Yeah,
Like,
Dre,
what
you
is
getting blocked for these pictures, just to let you know.
what? That is terrible. I know he's not saying that he's a Kappa.
And he crossed the line with the Jackson State one, just to let you know. He crossed the line all the way.
No, that says Howard.
I'm talking about the Jackson State one.
Oh, Chris, you can't be late. What you drinking on? I have double XL strawberry and grapes. All these fireworks and stuff. Oh, okay. The mayor, not the mayor, but
Well,
okay.
don't even get me started with him.
So Zohran Mamdani, he's basically going to be going against Adams, right? Who, when it comes to like Black residents and the New York City mayor, he kind of over criminalizes them. illegal searches and seizures and all type of stuff. Speaking of mayors, Dre, we're just gonna keep the mayor thing going, Jay. Okay. So Dre posted a tweet
I
about
don't know.
some of our
Okay.
Black mayors and how they have effectively reduced crime. I just had to share this because why did you do Spellman? Let me share
Oh
this.
yeah, we can talk about that. Oh Lord, not Spellman.
Why would he do that?
I mean, he would have had better chance to put in Morehouse.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh wait, I gotta do mine.
No, no. Oh Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Mr. Beat the Blacks for real. This is Mayor Mamdani, Mr. Beat the Blacks for real. Zobo Manani, Zora Monum. What? What is he trying to tell me how to say his name? Oh, okay. Zohran Mamdani. Zora Manumbi. That is not how you say it. Manumbi. Listen, if he can cosplay a Black, African, Asian, American, I'm gonna call him whatever I feel like. And I'm gonna call him Zohran Mamdani. That's how you said it. Oh. Okay. I'm like, wait, y'all know I'm terrible with names. All right. So I seen Dre post something else. And I wanted to share it because you don't have to cosplay a Black, African, Asian, American in order to, win over the vote. All right. Tangibles. That's what they're looking for. Yeah. Dang. Right. I lost the tweet. Okay. But what I wanted to share is that there are effective ways for Black mayors. I would just say mayors in general, but mainly Black mayors. There is a way to effectively reduce the crime rate. And I want to say that everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean like they did studies on this and they already know the ways to reduce crime. They just choose not to. And I want to say that's because, of course, the pipeline to prison and a whole bunch of other reasons. So let's give a shout out to none other than Dre, a Jackson State alum, who is utilizing his voice to carry the message.
Are we drinking right now? Okay, let me get my cup and toast.
Toast to SWAC Saturday. All right. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott invested in 42 summer youth camps, 29 literacy programs, extended the rec center hours to 11 p.m., planned block parties, opened the pools for safe fun, and opened several schools up for summer classes. Crime is down 62%. We're almost at 4 million views, Dre. That's good. It is important to understand that funding for most of these programs and initiatives came through Governor Wes Moore's Enough Act. The 2024 law provides up to $10 million per year for interventions in communities with disproportionately high numbers of children living in poverty. Governor Moore recently vetoed a study on reparations. He said it's time out for the studies and time for action. His new Just Community initiative is investing $400 million in communities that have been historically impacted by exclusionary policies. Governor Moore has also invested $1.3 billion into Maryland's HBCUs, pardoned over 180,000 people convicted of simple cannabis possession, and granted more than $816 million in state procurement awarded to Black-owned businesses. Scott and Moore also closely worked with President Joe Biden to secure billions in support for Maryland's largest city, $100 million in housing revitalization, and $5 billion to rebuild the city's transportation infrastructure. Yeah, he made a lot of folks mad. You made a lot of folks mad with this one, Dre. Hello, Charles.
Them people were so mad. They were trying to put community notes and stuff.
Dre said he talked to Mayor Scott yesterday. Ah! Go Dre, go Dre, go Dre, go Dre.
He did what?
He talked to Mayor Scott yesterday.
Oh, he did.
David Jones, I don't know where Mr. Ford is, but I know one thing: he better get up on this live.
Because you know he's gonna have some words for you too. Just to let you know.
Why? Why? What I do?
You know why?
Great work. I heard Cleveland and Chicago mayors have had similar numbers. Yes, and you know what? Dre shared several different mayors who've had some success in reducing crime rate. And what is the main thing that they do? They invest in their youth. They invest in youth programs, keeping the rec center open. We all know. I want to say.
There he go, right there. There he go.
I want to say what? Yeah, when you call Mr. Ford out,
Dre, leave Mr. Ford alone. Leave him alone.
Hey, Miss Whitley. Hey, Dr. Kanisha. Dre. Mr. Ford, you didn't say hi to nobody else. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, can you hear me?
You hear them folks
Hey,
calling
Mr. Ford.
Huh?
You hear them folks calling you out, Mr. Ford?
What? No, what happened? What I do?
Dr.
Hey there, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you doing?
Say, hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, is Miss Whitley on and Dr. Kanisha them on?
Dr. Kanisha here. I haven't seen Whitley yet.
Okay, hey, Dr. Kanisha.
Dre, leave Mr. Ford alone, man. Leave him alone.
What is that?
Dre said you ain't thinking about nobody else.
Who is that? The boss ladies, I have to acknowledge them, don't I?
What about Jerome? Jerome's on here early tonight.
Brother Brooks.
Yes.
Hey, Brother Brooks. I'm actually in your beautiful city of Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte right now.
What? Mr. ain't told me nothing.
Let me tell you this. Have y'all seen all of the good publicity that Charlotte has been getting this week? Did y'all hear about that?
No, I live close.
Charlotte has economically, there's a lot of black wealth in Charlotte. They've been highlighting it in some of the national media about Charlotte's wealth, among black families and all that stuff. Yeah,
Mr.
I thought about
you
it.
in the streets. You ain't told nobody nothing.
Yeah, listen, I was, let me tell you, I was on, what is it, Interstate 77, and I was on,
yes, 85.
Wait a minute, let me tell you, yeah, 85, but I was, what is it, oh man, it's another thing I kept seeing, a little town or something. But yeah, I'm actually visiting my uncle. I'm visiting him in his way.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually in Charlotte.
Jerome said, I know you lying, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. I saw I saw Johnson C. Smith today, and I saw University of North Carolina at Charlotte today. I saw those schools.
You see where Dang, her name done dropped out of the sky. Uh-oh. Here come Brother Jerome. Hey, Jerome.
Hey, do y'all love? Happy Saturday.
Hey,
We
What's
got
man. Brother
love.
Young.
up, Jerome?
What's going on? Mr. Ford, I know you're not in my city. What's going on, sir?
Listen, and Charlotte is growing. Charlotte is
It is.
growing. I haven't been there in a while, but it's obvious Charlotte is growing a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I was telling her, did you see all that publicity Charlotte was getting this week in the national media about your the black family wealth here in this town? You know, about these black married people up here and you know what they got and all of that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, just Google it. Google it
Okay.
about it was black wealth in Charlotte, wealth in Charlotte. Just Google it. It'll come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Jerome, since you're
Well,
on here,
sure.
yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Timona. I extended an invitation to Timona to join our alumni chapter's executive board. She humbly accepted. So I want to thank Timona publicly for just continuing to do the work of Jackson State, supporting our students and alumni here in the Carolinas. And I definitely look forward to working with her and our new executive board moving forward.
Yay! I'm so excited. So Jerome
Cheers.
has been a phenomenal president for the Metro Charlotte chapter. I mean, we've had some great get-togethers, some great support for our students. Jerome has done a beautiful job, not just Jerome, but the chapter of creating spaces for our young alums. Especially, we're talking about alums that are only either they just graduated or 2 or 3 years removed, and they are so
Active.
Yes, active. They have a voice. And so it is really, really exciting to join the board. I was hesitant last year when he asked me, but like he said, I said, you know what? It's time for me to basically do more. Don't just talk, be a part of the change that we are looking for. So thank you
Absolutely.
for calling and thinking of me. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Oh, absolutely. And Simona, to your point, and Mr. Ford and Jay, we have about 4 or 5 Jackson State students that are interning here in Charlotte this summer. I know one is from Chicago. I got to get the information from some of the others, but the young alums are going to take out these students next Friday. Take them out for dinner after 5 o'clock. So, Timona, if you're in the area, I'll send you the details.
I will
But
be there.
absolutely, and it just kind of goes. And I encourage any other alum out there, wherever you are, if you got some JSU students in your area this summer, or whatever HBCU that you attend, if you find out they're interning, feel free to take them out for lunch or some dinner, just to kind of let them know that there's a JSU family or your school's representation is there in the city to support. So happy, of course, to have Timona in the fold, and we just look forward to, of course, growing this chapter. We're one of the fastest growing chapters in the nation. We won an award last year for membership, but just the impact that we're having on prospective students and just developing a pipeline of quality students at JSU, that's what it's all about. And Mr. Ford, before you leave, how long will you be in the area?
I'm leaving tomorrow, and the name I kept seeing today was Hunter. Was it Huntersville?
Huntersville, yes, sir.
Huntersville. I was riding, and they'd say I kept seeing that.
Oh yeah, so in North Charlotte. I'm in Mallet Creek, which is not too far from Huntersville.
Right.
I'd love to connect with you, man, before you leave. But if you don't have time, I get it.
Yeah, I got to get out of here, man. I got to get out of here.
Well, Mr. Ford, did you get to see the stadium? Because this is where we wanted to have a big showdown, whether it be North Carolina A&T versus Jackson State, or
that would be great.
State versus, what you thinking, Jerome? North Carolina Central?
Hey, I
Oh, that
say
would be
either,
great.
either of the big three, Central, A&T, or South Carolina State, would do numbers versus Jackson State here in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, that would be. Hey man, I would come from Atlanta for that.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah, I would
it
definitely
would
come.
definitely be well supported. We have a lot of alumni in the Carolinas, but in addition, of course, Atlanta, that's about 3 hours down 85.
And
We
let
got a
me
ton
ask you
of,
this question, Ron. I think
yeah.
South Carolina got the cheapest gas in the country. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
gas today for
yeah.
$2.40.
Hey, Mr. Ford,
What?
everybody
Yeah, in
crosses that
South
border.
Carolina.
Oh
They
yeah,
cheaper than
everybody will cross the border just to go to South Carolina to get that gas.
Yeah, they got the cheapest
We
gas in the country.
definitely go right over there by
Right.
Carowinds.
By
If you're in
Carolyn.
if you're
I
in
vote
South Charlotte, or if you come to Charlotte and you want to go get some gas, that's the place to be.
facts.
Well, you said how much it was again, Mr. Ford?
I saw 240. I saw 250. I
And
was like, what?
I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Ford, about maybe 10 minutes past the border when you get into Rock Hill and Fort Mill, it's probably cheaper there as well. It's probably like you'll probably find like 210, 220. So
Whoa.
Oh, I
yeah,
ain't seen that in forever.
yeah, they always have some cheap gas.
Because
Yeah,
But
that's that.
you came 85 North, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, I came 85 North. Right.
Yeah. So that
I
is
went through
77 miles.
Spartanburg. I went through. I passed by Gaffney,
South Carolina.
Anderson, South Carolina, Hartwell, Georgia. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
okay. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, Mr. Ford, Greenville is booming as well. I don't know
I
if you
passed through Greenville today. Yeah. Yeah. It looks
yeah,
like.
so I guess it's because they're the midway point between Charlotte and Atlanta. Their
Right.
their their business sector, commerce, all of that is just really booming. So we've seen quite a few alums move into that area as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That corridor looks like I said. Charlotte looked like it's really growing, man. I saw a lot of growth.
Now we probably got about, I think as of 23 or 24, the metro population was like 3.5 million.
Right.
So it's definitely growing. I'm glad that the state is giving the city and the metro area the funds to kind of avoid a lot of things that we saw in Atlanta just from the infrastructure. So, they're heavily investing in like the interstates, like 285, all of that. So
But
that's definitely,
let me ask this question now. Is your traffic as bad as ours?
oh no. Oh
Because
no,
our
no, no.
traffic is awful.
No, it's
No.
bad, Mr. Ford, but it's not Atlanta bad. It's one of
Yeah,
those
Atlanta's traffic is terrible.
from 3 to 7. You just have to stay on whatever side of Charlotte you're on. So if you're in North Charlotte, stay in North Charlotte. If you're in South Charlotte, stay in South. You know, just the from 3 to around 7, especially uptown.
Okay. Okay. So now your airport now it's international, right?
Oh yeah, it's been international for quite some time. I
Right.
think it was named one of the busiest airports
Okay.
next to Atlanta.
Okay. Okay.
And they're still expanding. So the next time you're able to fly into Charlotte or you drive over there in South Charlotte, you'll see a noticeable difference.
Right.
They're ever
Okay.
expanding.
They said no one's traffic is as bad as Atlanta traffic. I
I
thought
thought LA was worse than us, right? In LA
Yeah,
worse than Atlanta?
I'll say LA or maybe DC, they about tit for tat.
Yeah, because I've been in DC traffic. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Well, Mr. Ford, have you done anything since you've been here? Have you gotten any good food? Have you been to Ireland?
Some of my family, they said they was going to I guess a gambling spot somewhere, and I asked them how long would it take them to get there. They said about
That's about
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're heading out west.
they went to you talking about to go. They went to Virginia. No, they couldn't have went to
Yeah.
Virginia.
Well, nah. So
No,
if
they
you go
went
about
to 85, right? Gastonia.
yeah, if you go about 45 minutes west, as much as you're right, Tamona, I think they just built a new gambling spot near Gastonia, but as you're heading towards the mountains, you'll see quite a few out there.
They said it was about 45 minutes from here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably that Kings Mountain.
Cherokee Indians.
No, Kings Mountain.
Okay. And the Cherokee, they have some quite a few gambling spots out there too, as you're heading out west.
Right. Right. Mr. Ford said, I'm not finna go do no slot machines. They went to over to the
No,
banquet hall, Mr. Ford.
no. Dark comes, I'm in the house.
Oh.
You sound like me. I can't drive at night.
No, I don't do night.
I can't see nothing on the road.
Mm-mm.
So did you guys see Texas and the flash floods that took place?
Oh
I
yeah.
heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it.
So there was tragically a group of girls who were at a camp, and there's 27 girls that are missing in North Texas.
Is that close to Dallas? Where is it? That's close to what?
It says Kerr County. I'm trying to see what part of Texas that's in. Okay, I have it right here. I'm gonna pull it up. So it looks like I'm gonna pull up this particular map. You know that the problem that we are having
Oh,
is,
okay.
of course,
Dr. Kidney said
they
close to.
significantly.
She
It's
said
next to
it's
the
close to
Guadalupe.
Austin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Of San Antonio. Here, I'm gonna put it on there. Austin and San Antonio. So you know what I think the worst part about all of this is that they've had drastic cuts to the National Weather Service. I want to say that they've cut funding. Donald Trump has cut funding for
Is that FEMA?
not just FEMA, the NOAA,
Okay.
the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They've eliminated a lot of funding, which coordinates and conducts weather and climate research. So they've ended a lot of the research, but they've also had to let go of a lot of people. It eliminates all funding for climate, weather, and ocean laboratories and cooperative institutes. And it's really bad because we're getting ready to come up on, well, I think we're actually in it. Are we in hurricane? We're in hurricane season.
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually it's
Tropical storm.
tropical depression, but
Oh,
it's a tropical depression right now, but it's headed to the Carolinas. It's called Tropical Storm Chantal. And it's actually headed toward North Carolina.
Yeah, I think it said landfall is tomorrow evening and all through Monday. So yeah.
So we're already in that. I'm used to it starting or the big ones that we see in August. But yeah, we're getting ready to have a possible, I think they are saying that it could turn into, it just looks like it's a tropical storm right now. It doesn't look like it's going to get big enough to be a hurricane at this point in time. But you're right. It says it's supposed to hit north of Charleston on Saturday and hit North Carolina on Sunday. So, wow. Tropical storm will make landfall overnight in South Carolina. Texas gets hit every year with flooding, and I didn't know that. I did not know that. Mr. Ford, did you see the and Jerome as well? Did you guys see that information about our Black mayors making differences in the lives of these youth by investing in programs, summer programs, after school programs?
Well, I'm in a city that's had a Black mayor since 1974, so that's all I know is Black mayors.
Has the mayors in Atlanta effectively been able to make change in the crime rate? I haven't heard of Atlanta, or not just Atlanta, but I haven't heard of mass social programs for the youth in Atlanta.
Well, the guy that we got now, he's that's one of his specialties. His name is Mayor Andrew Dickens. He's from the neighborhoods. His neighborhood in Atlanta was called Adamsville, and he's making a conscientious effort to, have all of these programs for young Black teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as far as innovation, we had, I don't know if you remember, we had a mayor named Bill Campbell. Do you remember him?
I do not remember him.
Okay,
What year was that?
Okay, now Bill Campbell was about the fourth Black mayor. We had Maynard Jackson, we had Andrew Young, we had Maynard Jackson, and then we had Bill Campbell. Now, Bill Campbell's thing was he took a lot of city contracts and gave them to Black males under the age of 30. He made a lot of Black men millionaires. That was one of the reasons he was so hated. But yeah, you can look him up. Now, eventually they sent him to prison. That was to
Wait
let
a
him know.
minute. Why they send him to prison?
They came up with some stuff, but that was a front to why they were actually mad with him, because he made a lot of young Black men millionaires, because he was giving them contracts to do this, contracts to do that. He'd give one the contract to when the cars would stop on the side of the road, them guys would come and get your cars. That's like $1 million contract. And he gave a lot of young Black entrepreneurs contracts. And of course, I know you know about Maynard Jackson, right? Yeah, Maynard Jackson is the one that really made Atlanta an international city.
I think he was responsible for bringing Coca-Cola and Delta to Atlanta.
He had them to rebuild the airport, but he told them a high percentage had to go to Black contractors. That's what he was known for.
Record service.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many contracts in Atlanta, but this guy, Bill Campbell, that was one of the reasons they hated him so badly. Because he made a lot of young Blacks under the age of 30 millionaires. Yes, he did.
Maynard Jackson. I didn't know that he got locked up. Let me see what they charged.
Not Maynard Jackson now. That was Bill Campbell.
Oh, okay. Bill Campbell.
Yeah, that was Bill Campbell that they locked up. Basically what they did, they put his personal life on trial, and they used that to lock him up.
Oh, okay. He was convicted for tax evasion.
Yeah, but they never proved it.
The white folks, they just go ahead and pay it.
Well, they never proved it.
Maynard is why the Atlanta airport is the way it is. Well, the Atlanta airport is one of the biggest airports in the country.
Yeah, and the busiest, and second, was it first busiest, second busiest? I think it's the busiest airport in America, isn't it?
I thought LaGuardia is the biggest.
No, not the biggest, the busiest.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's the busiest in the world, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was the busiest. Yeah. But he, when they built, that was like 79, 80, he said that the percentage of the contracts had to be spent with Black contractors or entrepreneurs. That's why the state wants to take it, because the Atlanta airport hires like 53,000 people. That's 1/5 of Georgia's income. Yes. And you got to remember, there are a lot of Blacks out there at the airport that have vending, whatever. Those people are millionaires.
It says the busiest airport in the world by passenger traffic is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia. It has held this title for 26 out of the last 27 years, with the exception of 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an attempt to try to take Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport from the city and give it to the state. And his name was Warnock. He blocked that. He's Senator Warnock.
I remember him. He went against the NFL player, right?
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's actually a minister. He's the minister of the church that gave you Dr. Martin Luther King. And he's a Morehouse graduate, but he's actually, I think, from Savannah. He's from Savannah, but yeah, his name is Senator Warnock.
Mr. Ford, they tried that same thing here in Charlotte. The try to take over the airport. I think they're still fighting that.
Well, that's what they want to do in Georgia, because, like I said, the airport in Atlanta hires 53,000 people. It's 1/5 of Georgia's income. Because you know the story of Atlanta now. If Georgia didn't have the metro Atlanta area, it would be one of the poorest states in the United States. That metro Atlanta area, that's what saves Georgia.
Wait a minute. So when you say they're trying to take the airport, you mean the state of Georgia is trying to take it, or what do you mean by
the state of Georgia? Yeah, because it's under the city. That was the genius of Maynard Jackson.
I think Andrew Young was mayor at one time.
Yeah, he was after Maynard Jackson. He came in 82, I think, 82 or 83. I remember being on, I was on the SGA. I was the SGA historian, and his wife came. I loved his wife. She passed away. She had cancer. Her name was Miss Jean Charles Young, and she came and talked to us. I was the SGA historian. She was from a little town called Marion, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Patrick Pete, Mr. Ford?
Patrick.
He's a meteorologist at WANF in Atlanta.
Okay, tell me about WANF. Is that channel 46 or channel? Wait a minute. What is it?
I think that might be the ABC affiliate. So he was out of Baltimore.
ABC is channel 3.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure.
Well,
he recently joined that.
Maybe you can see you'll see him the next time you watch about the weather. Patrick is he has a bachelor's degree and bachelor's of science from Jackson State University, and he has his master's from North Carolina A&T State University.
Now, the lady that gives the weather for Channel 3, which is ABC, she's from Jackson State. She gives the weather for, she hollers out Jackson sometimes. She gives the weather for our ABC affiliate Channel 3. She's from Jackson State.
Because Jerome, isn't the
meteorology?
Isn't that one of the very few in all of HBCU?
And absolutely. And they've also been responsible for producing 1/4 of all Black meteorologists.
Yeah, we had another sister was on the Weather Channel in Atlanta.
Yeah.
She was a Jackson State graduate.
Yeah, and there was Vivian, I think it's Vivian Brown.
Yeah, that's her.
Come on, if you can pull her up. She has a very recognizable face.
Yeah.
But she was definitely what do you call it? She kind of kicked the doors down for women as well as Black women in meteorology.
Yeah.
In addition to June Bacon, I forget her last name, but yeah. Oh yeah.
Somebody from Atlanta. What's the lady's name on Channel 2? She's the weather person. She's from Jackson State. I can't remember her name.
Vivian Brown.
No. This lady is on our local affiliate. That would be Channel 2. That would be ABC. She's from Jackson State. She's a Jackson State grad. Somebody from Atlanta. What's her name? What's that lady's name? There it is.
Ebony Dean.
That's her. Ebony Dion or something like that. That's her. She's on the channel, the ABC affiliate. I think I was saying Channel 3. It might be Channel 2 because Channel 2 might be the oldest television station in Atlanta. But that's the one.
Atlanta.
Yes,
Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's the one that gave you Monica Kaufman. Do you remember Monica Kaufman? She was legendary here. She was one of the first
Is it WSBTV?
WSB. That's it. Yeah, that's her name, Ebony Dion. Yeah, that's her.
Well, we have some mayor issues ourselves. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another. So the mayor just recently had a speech. I guess he was basically just talking about what he wanted to do for the city. And he, for some odd reason, decided to brag about the fact that a lot of people thought that he was a Jackson State alum, and he just let people think that because I guess that helped him get elected. I'm not sure why he felt the need to brag about that. I'm getting ready to play the clip, and then you guys tell me what you guys think about it. Mind you, we're getting ready to go into a new era. We still have a pending lawsuit to keep our Jackson Airport a part of the city of Jackson as the state was trying to take it over.
You know, I have some classmates who most folks think I went to Jackson State. I let them think that, you know, because the D I love has some sway around here. But I actually went to undergraduate at Center College in Danville, Kentucky. And I have 3 of my colleagues from Center that are somewhere in this room. You know, I have some classmates who most folks think I went to Jackson State. I let them think that, you know.
He let them think that he was from Jackson State so that he could get some of their votes. Like, oh, okay, he's from Jackson State.
That's classic coon.
Mr. Ford.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, right now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The last thing I want to pay attention to is politicians, because they, like Huey P. Newton said, they professional liars. They go whichever way the
Are they
wind
habitual
blows.
liars, Mr. Ford?
They're professional liars. And that's the last thing we need to be following around of these politicians. Because this thing right now is deeper than politics.
Well, we are hoping that Unc Orange said that they getting ready to continue trying to gentrify the city of Jackson. You know, they already had a lot of that funding going for the water system, that they might try and gentrify the city of Jackson, which it's interesting because there's a lot of buildings that are owned by they're owned by folks that aren't even in Mississippi.
Well, you know, we the second most gentrified city in America behind DC. No, is it DC or New York? I think it's DC, New York, and then Atlanta. Because our percentage, blacks were 85% of the majority. We down to 49% majority now.
They were trying to say that they're trying to gentrify Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, when I was in school, it was 85% black majority. It's at 49% now.
I mean, it's still overwhelmingly black. It's just.
Well, yeah, but they moving back now. The main thing they want in Atlanta is they want the mayor's office, because unlike most cities, the person who runs the city is the city manager. In Atlanta, it's the mayor. The mayor is the most powerful person in city government. Some towns, the mayor is just a figurehead position. You know, it's powerless. But that's what they want. They want the mayor's position. And when Keisha ran, I think some other people ran, they thought they had a white mayor at the end of the election, but those people prevailed. Like I said, Atlanta has had a black mayor since 1974. This is 2025.
Please, nobody say the state trying to take over Jackson State. We did not say that. The city manager runs the show in most cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Atlanta, it's the mayor. He's the most powerful person in city government. It's the mayor. And that's what they want. They want that mayor's office.
Simona, Mr. Ford, how do you think gentrification is affecting the HBCUs that are around those areas? Like the AUC, Howard, Johnson C. Smith, and even with Jackson State.
Is probably one of the biggest of gentrification that I have ever seen.
And don't forget Howard. You remember them white people was letting them dogs do their number 2 on the lawn, and then had the nerve to tell the people at Howard, y'all can move? They very arrogant now. Yeah. That was a major issue a few years ago. Yeah. Because that whole area around Howard now has been gentrified.
And then Howard folks let them do it.
I mean, it's been some stuff now, but see, the fact that we have no unity as a people, that's why we can't stop gentrification. I've said it over to you over and over. You can't get 3 black men to buy a bag of potato chips together.
A bag of potatoes. What? White folks was taking naps on their quad. Oh my God. Let that have been a black person is all I'm saying. Dr. Kanisha,
we got 3 companies right now in Atlanta that own 19,000 single dwelling homes. It's 3 companies. They bought up 19,000 homes.
The SWAC and the MEAC won't even come together, Mr. Ford.
Oh God, listen, who's been talking about that? And y'all shoot me down every time. Y'all all my ideas, y'all shoot it down.
I'm not shooting it down. We're just not getting ready to add ourselves to it.
Told y'all.
Jerome, can you tell him about how bad it is to add? We're already stressed out as it is to add ourselves to a sinking ship, especially one that
That's not what you said. That the SWAC was the biggest money maker. You gave the statistic.
It is. The MEAC is not. They need to add.
The MEAC does not have leadership from the commissioner's office. That's why I said to combine them and everybody under Dr. Charles McClellan. They don't have leadership from the commissioner's office. Remember, success starts at the top.
Yeah, we over there bringing them our ship.
Well, Timona, Dre had to clarify. No, they come to our ship.
Mr. Ford, it has to be a good trade-off. We can't strain ourselves like the SWAC.
I've already told you, either we gonna take them, we gonna join with them, or the MEAC gonna drown. Which one do you want? And I don't want to see them drown. I'm from a SWAC institution, but I do love those MEAC institutions on that side. And I say, let's come together.
When you
under Dr. Charles McClellan.
Whenever you say stuff like that, they always like turn it down.
It's not like we don't want to do it; they don't want to do it.
Right? They are not interested, Mr. Ford.
Okay, well, just go ahead and drown then.
They're not. They've made it crystal clear that they are not interested in anything involving going to the SWAC.
Listen, the MEAC didn't want the Celebration Bowl. Now look at it.
Oh, they did?
They didn't want the Celebration Bowl.
I didn't know that, Mr. Ford. Can you
They didn't want the celebration. Many of the people in the MEAC did not want the Celebration Bowl. Now,
Yeah, they
to
fought
show
that
you how
tooth and nail.
sickening they are, they claim it was their idea.
That's their biggest money maker
What was
Thank
you about to
you.
outside of basketball. Going to the
Thank you. That's
not
what I'm
just
telling you.
going to the
Oh,
tournament.
and by the way, did y'all see that extra money that the president at FAMU got them? Did y'all see DeSantis gave FAMU extra money?
That
Did
was not
anybody see that?
extra. It wasn't extra. They
Yes, it
actually
was.
no, it was not. They actually made more in previous years. It was not extra.
It was extra, Mr. Mona. They got more than they asked for.
Mr. Ford, they've gotten what did they get? 65 million? They just got more than last year, but it was not more than they've ever gotten.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Drake. They had got more last year than this year. So I don't know.
Well, I'm hoping she'll ask them white people to give FAMU a new stadium since
Why
they love
is
her so
that
much.
is wait a minute.
Let
That lady
Miss Marva ask for a new stadium. They might
They
get it.
can't fill the one they got.
No, yes, it's only 21,000. Yes, they can fill it.
I think it's not a good time to be asking for folks to give people stadiums. And I'm not
But they
even trying to
like Miss Maga Marva, don't they? Isn't that one of their agents?
You said they like her.
Yeah, isn't she a favorite of Rick Scott and DeSantis? Isn't she from them?
I don't think it's gonna be one of those No, she's not really from them. She's a Republican, but she's not really
How
from
does she
them.
work for them?
I think her position was actually to like dismantle things. When you look at her resume, it's like to make things smaller, that type of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I still say ask her to ask her former boss, Governor DeSantis, could we get a new stadium on the campus of Florida A&M?
They need funding for their
Mhm.
school. They don't need that.
Yeah, they do need one.
No.
Yeah, they need a new stadium.
Now is okay. So they're trying to take money from the scholarships and from athletics to literally pay for her salary. She's
She's 650,000, right?
Oh Lord. They just redid their stadium a few years ago.
Well, it was supposed to be two phases. One phase was 10 million, second phase was 10 million, and then they cut it off after the first phase. So they spent 10 million and then basically shammed them on the second 10 million.
Wasn't that because they? Well, maybe I shouldn't bring that back up. Never mind.
They got involved with that reefer dealer. Remember the reefer dealer?
What
Yeah,
reefer dealer?
Remember the guy who was told him he's gonna give him 237 million or something?
yeah.
I call him the reefer dealer.
Yeah, they were supposed to get funding from the state, but then once they got that check,
They
they
canceled it like a dumbass.
He pimped them on the reefer deal.
See, I wasn't gonna bring it up since Mr. Ford did it. I might as well just
Yeah, he pimped them. It cost Dr. Robinson his job. Because they were warned by Coastal Carolina. They were warned by North Carolina Chapel Hill.
He caused his own job. Everything that's happening.
No, they didn't listen because they were forewarned that this guy was the scum of the earth.
No, it was revealed that he wanted to have more money than Howard, or he wanted to match what Howard's was doing in terms of their endowment. And that's why he went.
Listen, Howard's endowment is between $900 million to $1 billion. Ain't nobody matching that. I think the closest might be Spelman College. I think is 700 million.
Weren't you the one that told us the story about the president who was on one of the committees for the United States president during that time, and he was able to funnel a lot of funding to Howard? I forgot what you were telling me. You told me that one of the Howard presidents.
Now, Slick Harvey was very close with the Bushes when he was president of Hampton. I think one of the Bushes spoke at Hampton, and the kids turned around and stood up and turned their back to him.
They did that same thing to make America great again, Marva. They turned
They
their
did it
back
to one of the
her.
Bushes too. But Slick was very close with it. Slick was a Republican.
They all are Republicans. That's why I wish folks would
Slick was a
hush when
Republican. He was
there's a way to be a Republican.
wasn't he a multi-millionaire distributor of Pepsi Cola? Hey, Bro Jerome. Is Bro Jerome on it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had a
Wasn't he a distributor of Coca-Cola? A Pepsi?
Pepsi. He's got his own distributing plant for Pepsi in Illinois.
That's right. I knew it was something like, but he had one of the Bushes to speak at Hampton, and the kids turned their back to him.
Oh.
He also had a sculpture of Bush put on the campus.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because their endowment is really good too. Hampton's endowment is really good.
That's called when Coonan goes right. When you're able to get almost $1 billion endowment.
That's Howard. Howard has $1 billion endowment. That's why I can't understand why Howard can't have a 200-piece band. You got $1 billion endowment and you can't have a 200-piece band. You can't have 3 to 4 band directors.
He is not.
Why are you messing with a band, Mr. Ford?
I don't understand that. At least 150 pieces. You got $1 billion endowment, and you can't have 150 pieces.
I think they have a lot more pieces.
Okay, well, hey, Dr. Kanisha, how many pieces y'all got?
Mr. Ford, how'd you supposed to know?
Dr. Kanisha says she is done for the night. Good night, y'all.
Mr. Ford, she's alumni. She don't know.
Yeah, I know they count them at home because they got you count them at homecoming.
Oh, she said
they got 75.
They got how many?
75.
They got 75 pieces?
Yes.
I mean, 75 instruments.
So members. That's what she said.
Okay.
75 in a push.
Okay.
They went and got this guy from Southern.
Okay, well, give him some money. Let's go get some peace. Listen, you in the MEAC, you're supposed to have at least 25 trumpets. Let's do at least 15 tubas. And we go from there. At least 10 snares. Okay, let's go from there.
Why you had to call Dr. Kanisha out about this man?
I was just asking.
45 pieces, all white meat.
Okay.
Hampton has 400 plus million in endowment.
Yeah, that's what I knew. I knew their endowment was really good. That was under Slick. That was under Dr. Harvey. He did really well with that.
The Republican presidents of old are not the same Republican presidents of the new, right?
No, yeah, this what we got now. This what y'all calling Republican Party. This is a secret police. This ain't no Republican Party. This is the Gestapo.
Dre said SWAC endowments be $175.
Dre, shut up.
No,
well, they use endowment to get rid of Dr. Myers, right? Isn't that how they got rid of her? What brother name? Brother Jerome,
No,
didn't they use endowment to get rid of her?
No, it wasn't the endowment. It was the cash on hand, which is basically the cash reserves. But they just got mad because she was playing chess and they were playing checkers.
Yeah, she's in Atlanta. She's here.
Yeah, she works for SAC COC.
Yeah, I know some people that I'm hoping to one day meet her. I thought the world of her. I did. I was a big fan of hers.
Oh yeah, her oldest son is married to Magic Johnson's daughter.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah,
and she was able to bring in Magic's, was it Sodexo? It was some type of
Was it a food company?
food company. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came to Jackson State a couple of times to speak to the college of business students. I believe he also donated some money, but she had deep relationships with quite a few folks coast to coast.
Yeah, like I said, I was a fan. I was a
Now
fan.
listen, cash on hand. Carolyn Myers was swiping that card.
Who
Swiping
was
the
not swiping
card.
that card?
Her
Now,
biggest
mind
problem
you,
was she didn't understand the importance of athletics. She didn't know nothing about how to build a great football team like they got now, basketball. She didn't know that. And if you are a Black college president, you're held responsible for that. I don't care how great all your students can have a 4.0. You don't have good sports, that don't impress Black folk. You got to have both. You got to have good sports. You got to have good good academics. She didn't know nothing about sports. That wasn't on her resume.
Well, just to point this out, you don't necessarily have to know about sports. You just have to know not to get in the way of your athletic director.
Well,
In
you
the
can't
grand
wait,
scheme
Mr.
of
Mona.
things,
You
our
can't
president-
bring in people like Vivian Fuller, right? You might not know something, but you don't bring in a Vivian Fuller,
right?
okay?
So like
And that makes everything worse.
we've had 4 presidents in the last 6 years? You might be on our 4th president, right? Or no? Since 2018. No, it's 2025. So the last 5 years? Is it 4 presidents in the last 5 years? I wouldn't say any of them really know about sports, but they just knew not to, sports and band for that matter.
Listen, when I was at Grambling, Eddie Robinson spoke to us. We were in grad class, and he said that's mandatory for a Black university. You got to have good sports along with good academics. He told us you really got to have a good football team, and you got to have an outstanding band. That's what Coach Eddie Robinson told us. That's what he said. You got to have that at a Black university.
Well, I wanted to share and get your thoughts on this clip. Jerome posted a clip earlier today about how HBCUs are going to be affected by not just the big beautiful bill, but like all the changes and stuff that have transpired. So I want to get your thoughts on that. Let me see if I can pull it up and find it on Jerome's page. It basically was talking about the effects on research dollars, and I think they were trying to do something with the Pell Grant, which was really, really bad. But it looks like they were trying to make it mandatory that you actually have 15 credit hours instead of 12 in order to be eligible for the Pell Grant. But during the reconciliation process, I think that they took that back out. But at one point, that's what they were doing. So I'm going to share this, and then I want to get your thoughts on it. Okay, let's go.
I came across this article today that I am rereading right now about Trump, and this is from the Chronicle of Higher Education. Trump's administration really canceling a lot of research that is directly affecting HBCUs. In order to become a Class 1 Carnegie Research Institution, by the way, which a lot of college universities want to aspire to, because you get more money, you get more research grants, more opportunities for students, ways to make an impactful, pretty great legacy in terms of science, medicine, all sorts of different disciplines, is that you have to spend at least $150 million in a given year in order to reach that designation. Right now, 13 HBCUs are seeking that classification, but because of the $140 million cut to federal research grants funded primarily through NIH and other ones. This is having an adverse effect on the HBCUs. Let me explain a little bit more and why we need to keep on top of that. So I always directly report on colleges and universities all over, but especially the ones that don't get as much notoriety, and the HBCUs are something that are very close and near to my heart. Basically, they state here in the article that Howard University, the nation's only HBCU, currently classified as a Research 1 institution, has lost $11 million in federal grants. Tennessee State University has lost over $20 million. North Carolina A&T lost. How to kind of go about this and started doing termination. Simply can't afford their research. So in this article too, it's talking about how there is this attack, even though some HBCU advocates are saying that President Trump in no way wanted to harm HBCUs. In fact, he signed executive orders calling to implement more funding and support for them. But that's kind of an overbroad reaching thing. The reality is, because this is considered what the Trump administration contacts as illegal DEI work, researching things, for example, on sickle cell anemia, cancer research that directly affects the Black community, the HBCUs are then saying, well, your funding is too regulated in this DEI way and we can't do that anymore. But what people fail to realize is that this kind of research, regardless of what institution is there, is actually going to help all of us in terms of we're all human beings, right? Hello. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because it's an important thing to sort of think, is that on the front side, maybe they tout, oh, we're pro-education, we're pro-equality, we're pro all this, but yet their policies also have this adverse effect in this regard. So keeping you informed. See you later. Bye.
What do you think about that? Jerome, Mr. Ford?
I mean, it's business as usual. You know, he's in the process of destroying America as we know it. Remember, he wants to destroy America, and he's the alternative for destroying America is martial law dictatorship. That's what, I mean, that's, you know, what he's doing is all of the tax money that was put aside to benefit the American people, he's giving it back to the 1% of the banking families. That's what he's doing.
Jerome?
Yeah, it's very disheartening because the research HBCUs, and let me back up. So there was 4 research HBCUs that have had R2 status for like the last 20 something years. A&T, Howard, Jackson State, and I believe Morehouse School of Medicine. They've done phenomenal work in the last 20 something years. And then you add to the fold the other, I think 9 or 10 HBCUs that have recently gotten R2 status. It's very troubling. And I hope that our schools are being proactive with finding other means. Because, Simone, I think you highlighted a couple of years ago, the amount of funding that comes from those research dollars and grants, how much that affects the institution. Mm-hmm. So that's really important with the vitality of certain programs, operations,
That's
et cetera.
really where the money comes from, really, is research dollars. Yeah. I mean, of course, especially in the South where Republican governors intentionally underfund HBCUs. Gets real slim pickings in terms of revenue.
Well, you got to remember now, Trump is he's funded by the oligarchs. Biden and Harris were funded by the corporatists. The oligarchs want to destroy. The corporatists want to manage the mess. So that was the difference. Trump is here to destroy, and that's what he's going to do.
Well, I remember when you were talking about how we were getting ready to go into something worse than the Great Depression, and
Oh, yes.
Just with the passage of the big, beautiful bill, which of course they're going to go through reconciliation where the House and the Senate, they basically have to match, and everything has to match in order for it to be signed into law. So right now they're going through the reconciliation process, but I'm sure that Trump has basically streamlined it to go through. But one of the most concerning things on there is, which Mississippi has always had issues with expansion of Medicaid, and it's affected the ability to have hospitals in rural areas.
Yeah.
Say, what's that coach's name? The Mississippi State coach that ended up having a heart attack and passing away, or he had some type of medical
Yeah.
emergency.
Oh man, what was it? He was the offensive passing guru. He was at Texas Tech at one time.
So
Yeah.
one of the, I'm not going to say that he would have survived, but his chances
Mike
of
Leach,
survival,
that's his name.
yeah,
Mike Leach.
his chances of survival would have been greater had he had access to a hospital sooner, right? Because he had to be transported from whatever small hospital or whatever place that they had. It was not excuse me. I think he had a heart attack, right? Or was it a stroke?
Yeah, I think he did have a heart attack.
Okay, so all those rural hospitals and stuff like that, they've all shut down. So he had to come all the way to Jackson. I want to say they transported him to something local, and then they ended up like saying, okay, we don't have what he needs here, and we have to transport him basically all the way to Jackson. So my thing is this: the lack of proper health care that's happening in Mississippi is getting ready to happen on a larger scale.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now, the other thing you got to kick in is that this bill is going to help the stock market crash either in September or October. This bill is going to speed that up. The stock market will crash either September or October.
Isn't the stock market like, I don't know. You would think that the corporations would say, hey, this isn't feasible for us, and that Donald Trump wants to put a squeeze on the poor and, tax cuts for the rich, but he's going to end up.
That's why they put him back. That was a part of them putting him back. That's why they financed his reelection.
Medicaid for more than just poor people. It pays for hospitals, like,
oh yeah, without a doubt,
nursing homes. There's actually a lot of people whose grandmothers and grandfathers, whenever they're in nursing homes, after the Medicare only pays for, so it doesn't pay for long-term care. Medicare doesn't pay for long-term. That turns into Medicaid after so long. Long-term care for elderly is Medicaid. And a lot of people, I don't know if they voted for Trump because Trump said that he was going to get rid of all of the illegals and all this different stuff.
He also said he was going to lower all the prices. Remember, inflation was going to go away. Okay, he wouldn't touch Medicaid or Social Security. He told a bunch of lies now, like he always does, and they went for it. But I'm just telling you, the reason he won was because of the oligarchs. They paid for him to come back. All right. And one of the things he did was so you got to remember, we have a mob family in the White House. He took the monies that would serve the American people, and he's given that money back to the corporations and to the banks. That's what he's doing. He's got to pay those people back for putting him back in office. Because you got to remember now, ever since January, I think it was, he's made something like $1 billion every month. The Trump family's made $1 billion every month. And at the same time, remember I told you, since he came into office, 600,000 Black women have lost their jobs.
They voted against the black and brown people, but ended up voting against themselves.
Right, basically.
So he plans on cutting, from what I'm told, he plans on cutting SNAP benefits. So like those free reduced lunch programs, the amount of benefits that folks are getting. He plans on cutting Medicaid. The Pell Grant was something that they were trying to make it so that in order for a student to qualify for a Pell Grant, they would have had to have 15 credit hours instead of 12. I want to say that during the reconciliation process, they did go ahead and remove that off of there. But this big disastrous bill is something that's, I've never seen anything like it. I wanted to say they said that the tips for overtime pay and tax relief, but it's not really anything significant. So we're gonna see.
Well, I mean, before he was put in, they actually told us what they were going to do. That 2025 was real.
The bill increases the endowment tax for large university endowments and subjects them to the corporate tax rate. Wow.
Yeah.
So the bill aims to hold universities accountable for their tax-exempt status and how they utilize funds. Like he's
now, one thing you got to always remember: if you're going to institute martial law or dictatorship, any of the organizations where they do free thinking, like universities, law firms, media, you got to tear that down. Okay, so what Trump's thinking right now is he's got to go to war with Harvard because Harvard is the most powerful university in America. If he can make Harvard kneel, then everybody else is going to kneel. Because you can't have martial law and then you got all these free thinking universities. You can't do that. You got to destroy the universities. You got to destroy the law firms. You got to destroy the media. You got to do that.
It says that there's over 46.5 billion for border wall construction. This man is so like obsessed with building a wall, he will not let it go.
Well,
I don't know what his problem is with building this damn wall, as if that's
no. The wall was about the birth rate. See, they understood that Black women, Hispanic women, and the Native Americans women were having babies. The white woman had zero birth rate with the white man, not only in America, but Europe. Okay? And so they understood that if they didn't step in and do something about the overwhelming numbers of Black and brown people, that they were going to be a minority very quickly. Okay? When you put the Black and brown together, they are a minority. Okay? And so you got to understand, see, Europeans now, their concern is that in the next 10 years, all of Europe will be 40% African. That's their concern right now because they got zero birth rate. Same thing here in America. It's the numbers. That's what's killing them too. The numbers. And the thing that really hurts them is that as soon as a white woman gets with that Black man, she gets pregnant. Okay? She has a baby of color.
Hi, Miss Rochelle. So also, one thing that I saw on here when I was like, ooh, and this is just, just looking it over and saying how bad the rural hospitals can be impacted. So for the state of Mississippi, I feel like Mississippi is going to be insulated from a lot of it because Tate Reeves has done such a piss poor job of Medicaid and of getting funding to poor Mississippians, that like the rural hospitals, they've already shut down. You know, the worst of it for Mississippi has already happened. Now they are saying that there's going to be a reduction on SNAP or food stamps to some states, which is absolutely asinine considering the fact that the cost of groceries has increased significantly in the past 3 years. Like the price of orange juice is ridiculous. I want to say it's like $7.
Well, not only orange juice, what about rent? Rent is ridiculous right now all across the country. These people are asking people to, if you want to rent an apartment, you got to put down almost $10,000. That's ridiculous. But you hate this guy up here in New York because he's saying he wants a rent freeze.
No, I think the reason why they don't like him is which I can share that. Let me see. She explained it really well. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. You're talking about the Mamdani guy, Mr. Ford?
I think so. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, let me pull up this New Yorker who basically explained to a T why she doesn't like that particular mayor. And what she was saying, it was kind of making sense. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. She was asking the questions that everybody needed to have him answer. I think he's gotten really viral on TikTok, but as far as like holding him accountable, let me see. Dang, I can't find it. Dre, where is that young lady, the New Yorker who was talking about the mayor? She was basically sharing her thoughts on it. And one of them that she said is, who is going to control who gets those places for people who don't need it, like him, for instance. He's not a person that should basically profit off of that. When you have rent controlled places, he's not somebody who should be profiting off of or being able to take advantage of that, because he's makes a lot of money. That's supposed to help people who do not have the funds. Okay, here it is right here. I'm going to play that too. This is the New Yorker.
Yesterday.
Oh, let me see if it's come up. Yep, it's came up. All right.
Donald Trump said that I should be arrested.
Good morning, Mr. Mamdani. I hope my appearance does not startle you. But every time I see you come across my FYP, I leave a comment. And so I hope you see this video, because I would just, one, why did you not support Kamala Harris during the 2024 presidential campaign? One, because you're using the same party to advance your own political agenda right now. And so as a native New Yorker, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York in 1981, I'm curious why you didn't ride with the team, but now you're using the team. That's one. Two, I'm very curious that now you have been an assemblyman for quite some time. You make 6 figures, yet you live in a $2,000 a month apartment. So that means you as a transplant, because you're not a native New Yorker, right, would be the problem that you're claiming to have to solve. Because I listened to your interview that you did with the New York Board of Electors, and it really stood out to me when you said that you didn't want income requirements for rent stabilized or rent controlled apartments. It's like, what program or what rules would you put into place to make don't actually abuse that part? Then another thing that's been on my mind is, like, I'm seeing the kids being very excited that you're like, this is going to be free. That's going to be free. This is going to be free. When are you really going to explain to your base that the mayor does not have that power? Because I think in a little ways you're being quite manipulative with your message and hoping that your base doesn't ask the deep questions because they like your less than 2-minute clips on TikTok. Right. And so that kind of does bother me. I also would like to know, are you going to release your tax returns? because everybody seems to be doing that in politics so we can see where the money goes. So I'm wondering if you're going to do that. And then I'm wondering if you're willing to really just out and out say that you plan on trying to take money from NYPD's budget. Because like I know, like most New Yorkers who were born and raised in New York, know the mayor doesn't have the power to do things that you're promising. Right. And so what you really want to say is you're going to take the money out of NYPD, but you can't say that yet. And so I'm wondering, when you try to do that and you are completely unsuccessful, and then NYPD does the same thing to you that they did to Blasio, but even worse, because NYPD and racism, how is that going to work out? And then more importantly, when racial tensions rise, right, and someone who is part of my Black American group has an issue with someone part of your Muslim group, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? These are just a few easy questions that I have, but the primary one is the first one. Why did you not support Kamala Harris? Base out here, and I know that they didn't support her, leads me to believe that you didn't, and you scrubbed all your social media of any account of the presidential campaign, which leaves me, yet again, a native New Yorker, very suspicious and side-eyeing you, because why would you do that? So if you can take a minute through all the other TikToks that you're creating, and if you could really answer that question for me and give me sources, don't give me articles that you have written because you're going to write positive things about yourself. I would like the God's honest truth. Please and thank you very much. And if you ignore this video, I will leave comments on all of your shit until you fucking respond, because you're running to be mayor of my motherfucking home. And I don't know about these transplant ass motherfuckers, but clearly they're not asking you the fucking questions that your ass needs to fucking answer. Have a good day.
Well, Mr. Ford.
Well, one thing I agree with when this panic hit, the racial tensions are definitely. But see, you're going to have not only racial tensions, you're going to have class tensions. You're going to have whites on whites. You're going to have blacks against whites. It's going to be a panic because it's coming. It's coming. That thing in New York right now is really interesting. It really is.
I just want to know, how did that happen? Like, how did that even?
Well, they had a rejection of the old Democratic Party. They rejected Cuomo. You know how pissed off they are with.
Why did they do that? What did
what's
he
his
do?
name? What's the guy's name?
Adams.
The guy in he's the head of the Senate. He's from New York. Schumer. They pissed off with Schumer.
What did he do?
They from New York, and they ain't doing nothing for the regular people.
Oh.
What's the brother's name that everybody thought was better than Obama? What's his name?
Jeffries.
Jeffries. Everybody pissed off with him. Let's see. It's New York's about to blow. New York's about to blow. Because I keep telling y'all, I can see armed conflict with those people out there in California. I think it's going to be armed conflict. Yeah, I really do. But that New York thing is interesting too, because I'm going to be honest with you. With what Adams has done and the criminal activity he's been involved in, he's not going to beat that guy.
Oh, Lord.
He's not going to beat that guy.
It's going to be another one where that's why you got to keep your nose clean.
Yeah, and you got to remember, New York is a sanctuary city. That's one of the cities that Trump said he's going to send troops into, because he hates sanctuary cities.
The city that he's been living in all the years now.
But listen, basically they ran him out of New York. That sister that was the attorney general, she gave him hell.
And he's been trying to get on her ever since.
Letitia James? What's her name?
Yeah, he tried to say that she committed fraud on her loan application. They've been on her combing through.
It's revenge, because when he was out of office, she gave him hell. Now the one, it was two sisters that was really behind. The one in Atlanta, that was Miss Fannie Willis, and then in New York, it was Miss Letitia James. She's the reason he got them 34 felonies. that the Supreme Court discarded. Now, let me ask you something. Can I get 34 felonies and run for president of the United States? Can Barack Obama have 34 felonies and run for president of the United States? See, that's what we got to look at. Yeah, that's right, Dr. Kanishi, you're right. Both of them are bisons.
Orange thug. So some of these things, like, okay, the overtime and tip reduction, so it allows individuals to deduct a certain amount of tips, wages, and overtime from their taxes. They made it expire in 2028 so that it would be around the time that they have elections, so that they'll be able to, say, hey, if you guys want taxes on tips to not be there, you got to vote for us. Changes to the standard deduction, they're going to expand the basic standard deduction. So we're going, it hasn't went through reconciliation. So basically, now that it's passed in the Senate, passed in the House, they got to go agree on everything line by line before they can present it to the president and sign it into a bill.
I thought he signed it yesterday.
Who? No, they can't sign it yet. He can't sign the bill yet.
Oh, okay.
They have to basically, the Senate passed a bill, the president signed it. There's no way that he signed it. When did the Senate and the House?
I thought he signed it yesterday.
Did they go through reconciliation?
I don't know, but I thought it was on television that he signed the bill yesterday. He signed it into law yesterday.
No. Really?
Yeah, I thought it was on television.
Oh, I thought they had to reconcile it. When did they do that?
I know Lisa Murkowski pulled the ultimate betrayal. Remember, she said she would sign it if it didn't apply to Alaska. Remember the whole thing about Lisa Murkowski? She's a senator from, was it Alaska?
Man, I didn't know that they signed it.
Yeah, I thought they signed it on television.
They did sign it. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
Yeah.
Signed it yesterday. I didn't know that they reconciled it. So it revises loan payment options for federal student loan. It says this section terminates all current student loan repayment plans for loans dispersed on or after July 1st, 2026. It eliminates economic hardship and unemployment deferments beginning on July 1st, 2025. It also reduces the total period a borrower may be in forbearance. A borrower who is serving in a medical or dental internship or residency program may be eligible for forbearance in which no interest accrues for the first 4 12-month intervals. However, interest does accrue for any subsequent 12-month interval. They are getting ready to, folks getting ready to start getting their stuff took. Good Lord. So he basically
it's going to create a panic. Because I'm telling you, they're already saying this is going to speed up the crashing of the stock market either by September or October. The stock market should crash. They've already, remember, America had a AAA rating. I think it's been downgraded. That's letting you know. They know it's coming.
The House agreed to the Senate changes and they passed it. Wow. I'm going to just tell you right now, July 4th, I was not paying attention to anything.
Yeah, it was on television. It was a big ceremony.
I definitely wasn't watching nothing. All I know is it said no hireling nor slave can get away from us. So I didn't necessarily celebrate anything on July 4th. It was just Friday for Braxton to go to his dad's. I was not even. Okay. Changes to the Pell Grants. Students with a student aid index that equals or exceeds twice the amount of the total maximum Pell Grants are ineligible for Pell Grants regardless of their adjusted gross income. So that's going to affect folks who are getting all these NIL deals.
You're right, Miss KD. Yeah, it is. It's going to get worse. Because I'm telling you, the panic is coming. And when the panic comes, it's go. You remember that movie? Remember the show was called The Walking Dead? It was like the zombies. That's going to be reality. You're going to see a lot of zombies.
So it does say that it's supposed to increase the Pell Grants. So Lord.
And by the way, you know that they opened another window today. It was July 5th. The portal opened, the window opened again today, I think. For people who, needed, if your scholarship was not renewed, you could transfer to another school. A portal opened July 5th, and I think it's going to close August 12th. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
It's a new. The NCAA asked that a new window be opened.
Somebody sent me that. Yeah.
It opened July 5th and it closes August 12th. That means,
the NCAA is just doing any and everything.
Yeah, it's a crashing organization. That's why I say that we should separate or segregate ourselves away from it. Get out of it. Let them have it. Because they ain't never done nothing for us.
You said they haven't done anything for us.
They ain't done nothing for us.
Lord.
They didn't want us. If you go back and look at the history of it, we had to be in the NAIA. They didn't want us.
Let me see. Well, I thought we had some more time, but we don't have any more time, folks. The time is now. A lot of this stuff is kind of like deferred, though. So whoever is...
Well, it's like you said, it's political. They trying to make sure that certain people get back in office. But really, the thing about those House of Representatives, them people will always be elected because America's, the gerrymandering. They make sure that, the district is either all white or all black. They know what they're doing now. Oh, your boy's on here. Isn't this Lionel?
You want to talk to him, Mr. Ford?
I'm a fan of, Lionel is doing it now. I listen to Lionel out during the week.
You got
PB versus everybody.
You got some questions for him, Mr. Ford?
The only question I got is that I've told you the quarterback situation. I just like to know because I had a friend of mine. He said he saw in a national publication where they actually said black college football is going to come down to Jackson State, Florida A&M, and Prairie View.
Where are they getting this from?
Well, I would like to know about Prairie View's quarterback situation. Lionel, I'm a fan of yours. I listen to you. I've added you to my list. Mr. Moan is number one. I'm a fan of Perry's. What's Perry's name, Mr. Moan? What's Perry's name? Southern.
Perry White.
I listen to Perry. Of course, I listen to Blue. And I'm enjoying Mr. Lionel.
Dr. Kanisha said they still haven't had a special election here for the late Sheila Jackson.
Oh, they haven't?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They are dragging their feet.
Wait a minute, Miss Whitley, who is the Kardashians of the SWAC? Wait a minute, who is that?
Oh wow!
Is that thing? Who is that? Who is the Kardashians of the SWAC?
Who said that?
You see it right now. Miss Whitley said the Kardashians of the SWAC.
What that mean?
Jaguar Journal. That's his name. That's his.
Oh, she said, "Oh, that's Prairie View." Oh, okay, all right. Okay, listen, man.
Listen, it's Jackson State, and then it's everybody else.
There you go. What I thought. That's what I was hollering, for a while. I thought this was Jackson and everybody else.
So it's Jackson State and everybody else. Mr. Ford, I'm gonna change my name. My name finna be Jackson State and everybody else.
And everybody else. And by the way, has anybody heard? I love Chenna's Berry. Now, everybody heard what Chenna's talking about?
Oh,
nobody heard nothing from Chenna's Berry.
He said, "Win today, Mr. Ford."
That's right, baby. Win today, baby.
And what
Ain't nobody heard nothing from Chenna's Berry, man. What's our other guy? Kobe. You talked to Kobe?
It was his birthday.
So when was his birthday?
It was a couple of days ago.
Because I'm a fan of Kobe's too now. I love me some Kobe.
Yeah, Dre was being messy and hang on. He's being messy. He posted when me and Kobe did the South Carolina State versus Jackson State live. And he was saying like, "Oh, we know better than to kick to Travis Terrell. We know better." And then Dre cut to the part where they kicked to Travis Terrell, and Travis Terrell took it all the way to the end zone and did a flip. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm sitting here enjoying the show. I'm sitting outside watching Cooley High on the screen outside. Everybody at Essence Festival. I'm chilling.
Wait. Is it the original Cooley High with Glenn Turman and Lawrence Hilton Jacob?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
you can catch it on.
Yes,
you can catch it on YouTube.
I remember that. That was in the 70s. I remember that.
Is that orange?
Yeah, hey, I wanted to say to Southern and Prairie View fans, y'all have to be the most delusional fans that I've ever seen that are so afraid to say anything about your team. You won't say anything about who's starting, what your offensive scheme, defensive scheme is. Y'all are so crazy. But I've said this before. I said it last night. We have 12 schools in the SWAC. 11 of y'all are afraid of Jackson State. Why are y'all so afraid of Jackson State? You got Crook saying they are going to beat everybody in the SWAC except FAMU. Prairie View saying they're going to beat everybody in the SWAC. They're going to host the SWAC championship game, and they're going to Atlanta. But you don't have a quarterback. So how can that be? Maybe y'all can answer in the chat, or maybe the Prairie View versus everybody. And Crook is delusional. So I'm just really trying to figure out how can y'all make these assumptions and y'all so afraid to say who y'all got playing.
Oh my God.
That's what I just want to know who's going to be quarterback one at Prairie View.
Wait.
That's what I want to know.
Wait, is this Uncle Orangey?
Yes, me.
Oh, what's up, Orangey?
The SWAC historian.
Yes, Hey, I'm with y'all, man. I watch all y'all shows. I sit back in the cut. I be cracking up, man. Look, I done ran a store out of Old English 800 drinking to some of y'all crazy stuff y'all be saying. Y'all, be real and call out Jackson State. Say, listen, Jackson State, you may have a bunch of 6'5", 300-pound linemen, but we coming. We are here to take it to y'all. Why y'all so afraid of that school? That's what I want to know. Look, I went to Tougaloo. We don't even have a football team, but I can get 10 of my frat brothers and we'll go out there and play Jackson State. We ain't scared. It seems like everybody's afraid of Jackson State. I'm trying to get folks unafraid of Jackson State. FAMU is shaking in their boots right now. Those people really do not want Jackson State fans to come to that stadium. They are afraid that Jackson State fans are going to come over and take over Bragg. They are having a plan right now to try to get both sides of the stadium full of FAMU fans. I'm like, so y'all don't want Jackson State fans to come there? They was like, no, it ain't about them coming there. It's about their ego. I say, you know the sonic boom is going to bring damn near 150. So what are y'all really going to do? Hey, I'm being real, man. Look, I like all 12 SWAC schools, contrary to people's belief. But I've never seen a year of the SWAC where everybody is afraid of Jackson State. Now, Prairie View, your coach has been talking so much. Y'all got to back something up. I'll be at that first game, Texas Southern versus Prairie View. I will be in Houston for that game. If y'all do not win, I'm talking about convincingly, y'all gotta punch Texas Southern in the mouth and leave no doubt. Can y'all do that against Texas Southern this year?
Mr. Ford?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What you think? What you think about Texas Southern versus Prairie View?
Prairie View. Prairie View. Prairie View.
So I pulled up a look at the D line at Prairie View because the coach said he does not release the rosters.
Right.
So the only thing we can go off of is their additions. Elijah Sparks, 6'4", 347 pounds. Inside defensive lineman. Edge, Chris Harvey, 6'6", 250 pounds. Patrick Kendall, 6'5", 300 pounds. Diallo McGee, 6'2", 320 pounds. Premier Woodley, 6'3", 265 pounds. Edge Malik Guac, 6'3", 240 pounds.
Those edge rushers got to get bigger. They got to get bigger. They got to put on at least 15 more pounds. You got to remember, when you're going against offensive tackles and offensive guards, those guards and tackles, especially now in the SWAC, we got the 300-pound club going. And if you look at Jackson State, Southern's offensive line, I think it's Alabama State. Those guys got 300-pounders. I'm not saying that every single 300-pounder is great, but when you hit a 300-pounder and you weighing 260 pounds, that's like hitting a brick wall. Get them boys just a little bit bigger. I'm not saying they can't do it now, but you got to get them a little bit bigger. Make them big jokers get tired out. Now, if you got the offensive, I talked about this before. Crook said he was only a freshman. McDaniel last year in the championship game, they was blitzing him off the corner, and that right tackle from Southern, he couldn't handle that because, McDaniel was a veteran, and he knew how to trick that young man. You don't have that on everybody's team, a corner that can blitz like that. But if you get them defensive linemen a little bit bigger on them edge rushers, I'm serious. If you hit a 300-pound person and you giving up 45, 50, 60 pounds to that guy, you're going to slow yourself down. You're going to try to figure a way to get around that big joker. And by that time you figure a way to get around him, that offensive player is gone. So that's a nice size lineman, but you got to get bigger. I'm serious. But the SWAC is doing it.
More. They have interior defensive lineman Malik Mason, 6'8", 220 pounds. Derek Hopkins, 6'4", 280 pounds. Edge rusher Darren Vasquez, 6'4", 250 pounds. James Cates III, 6'3", 265 pounds. And James Marshall, 5'11", 315 pounds. Mr. Ford, they got some big boys, don't they?
I want Lionel to come on here and tell how they're going to kick ass when they get to Baton Rouge. You know, I always say they take the belt off and whoop ass when they get to Baton Rouge. Lionel, you know how you always talk about that? Tell us about that. How y'all gonna come to Baton Rouge to get beat ass?
Mr. Ford, hold on. You gotta warn somebody before you go off like that.
I'm serious. That's what Lionel said. When they come to Baton Rouge, they just gonna whoop ass. Now, and by the way, Lionel, that's their homecoming, right? So y'all done that before, right? Dooley did that. Didn't Dooley ruin their homecoming? I know Willie Simmons did.
Mr. Ford.
Yeah. Lionel, tell them how y'all gonna whoop ass when y'all get to Baton Rouge.
Mr.
Why are you calling him up here? He is
Cause
scared.
I like when he said they get to Baton Rouge, they just get to beating the ass. They
Lionel
just beat
only
the ass.
only does those types of claims on his channel. He don't.
Yeah, I love when he talks about it. So they get to Baton Rouge, they just get to whooping ass, first half, second half, just get the belt off.
Wait, that sound like Jackson State versus South Carolina State.
Yeah.
Whoop ass.
Yeah. What Lionel still on there? Lionel, tell them what y'all gonna do when y'all get to Baton Rouge. That's their homecoming. There it is. You see what Lionel said? All belt, Mr. That's right. All belt. All belt. All belt.
Miss Whitley. Miss Whitley.
Oh God.
Mr. Ford, give Miss Whitley.
Lionel, don't do it. Last time they didn't appreciate you, bro. I mean, whether or not you get on or you don't, we gonna still talk mess. We just trying to help you come up here and defend your title, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, and Mr. Mona, Lionel had Doc on his show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he and Doc was talking when I listened to him.
Well, listen,
he had Doc with
I'm
him.
getting ready to start. You know, I usually do it right around this time. I start breaking down schedules. You know, we do the whole win, you know.
Well, hey, if it's up to Crook, they beating everybody in the SWAC except FAMU. I'm just saying.
Is that
what Crook said?
Is that Southern? Now Crook is Southern?
Yes. Crook say they beating everybody in. Yeah, he beating everybody in SWAC except FAMU. That's what Crook said.
Well, let me say this to Crook. Listen, Mark Frederick wouldn't be a good offensive coordinator if he was coaching an 8th grade team. So the question is, when are y'all gonna get an offensive coordinator? When are y'all gonna do that? Can you go get an offensive coordinator?
Crook, don't go out like that, Crook. You can't go out like that.
When you gonna get an offensive coordinator?
Oh, whoa.
You can't win the SWAC running up the middle every play. 3 yards and a cloud of dust is gone. You can't win the SWAC like that. And that's all Mark knows. 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Let me grab me a can of Old English 800 for this one. Goodness gracious.
Mr. Ford.
Yeah. And see, let me tell you this. Them people in Baton Rouge, you know me and you don't talk about this now. Them people in Baton Rouge know football. Listen, until Terrence Graves goes and get a real offense coordinator, the people in Baton Rouge will never take that program serious. Because now let me tell you this. He might think they'll tell him to get rid of Mark. They'll get rid of him. Because that's how they do in Baton Rouge. Because you know they're real impatient down there now. You don't believe me? Ask Dooley. They real impatient now.
Well, you got to remember, Dooley was only there on the sidelines for the fashion show, Mr. Ford. He had to have his $5,000 shoes on, his $2,000 ass crawl. He had to have that thing around it, that neck, and then other than that, he had no idea what was going on.
There you go. And by the way, what did Dooley catch on with somebody? Where is he at now?
He was at Grambling, but Crook said Grambling fired Dooley. I don't know how true that is.
That was Mickey Jackson. And by the way, let me say this to you, Southern fan. Now, if you want to really high-powered offense, go and hire Cornell Maynor. He ain't doing nothing. Go hire Cornell Maynor. He'll put an offense in.
What's Maynor doing?
He ain't doing nothing. But listen, you Southern people, because that's your problem. You ain't got no offense. Go get Cornell Maynor. He'll come down there. He'll come to Baton Rouge. Go get Cornell Maynor. He'll run your offense.
They'll have Fred McNair and Coach Maynor on.
Cornell Maynor. He'll put a high scoring. Listen, he will put in high scoring offense so that the Southern faithful can follow them in big numbers. Because let me tell you something. Them people down there Southern ain't buying that Terrence. What's his name? Mark Fredericks, the offensive coordinator, they ain't buying that. I done told you.
Fredericks cannot develop a quarterback.
Listen,
that's my situation with him.
Mark knows one thing: 3 yards and a cloud of dust. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
What's the cloud of dust for?
He runs straight up the middle every play. That's all he knows.
Up the middle punt. Yeah.
I told you, if he was teaching 8th graders, he wouldn't be an outstanding offense coordinator.
Wow.
I know why Lionel didn't come up here. He talking about Alabama State versus Prairie View for the SWAC title in December. Mr. Ford, you've been listening to that foolishness.
Yeah, I like Lionel now. I've been listening to you. One while you was AWOL, so all I had was Lionel. So I was listening to Lionel.
I told you he was gonna do it.
You went AWOL. I said, now where is Mr. Mo? And so I started listening to Lionel. I was listening to Doc. Saturdays now I do Perry. I do there's another guy of Southern, Carlos Brown. I listen to Carlos.
Who else? You said that, Miss Timona, where are you at over here?
Yeah, you just forsaken your followers. You forsaken us.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
I told her you was gonna do it. I told her you was gonna do it, and she didn't believe it.
Yeah. So I started listening to Lionel.
And you started listening to Lionel.
Yeah, I was listening to Lionel. I was enjoying Lionel.
Him and said Bryce.
Well, my question is, how can Alabama State win the East when they cannot beat FAMU?
And they
FAMU has drugs.
Yeah,
FAMU has drug Alabama State for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, they've never beaten FAM since they've been in the SWAC.
Exactly. So how can Alabama? So Alabama State has to beat Jackson State and FAMU.
And the new Alabama A&M with Sam Shea.
And Alabama A&M. So I don't see Alabama State having a chance this year. Not this year.
You don't believe in that noob called Andrew Body? And he's what did you call it, a neophyte?
If I blow on Andrew Body, he's gonna catch an injury. So no disrespect to that young man. No disrespect to that young man, but if I blow on him, he's gonna catch an injury. Now
Noobs of the world, baby. Noobs of the world. Diamonds in the sky.
My thing with Alabama State is Coach Eddie Robinson, his mission is to beat Jackson State. It's not to win the SWAC. He wants to beat Jackson State for some reason. Ever since him and the former coach of Jackson State had that falling out, it seemed like his focus it's not even on the Magic City Classic. It's to beat Jackson State. Remember what he said? I wish they scheduled me for homecoming. That man has a problem with Jackson State for some odd reason. And that man played at the highest level at linebacker for the Houston Oilers or Texans or whatever they would call.
Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but his problem is it's a mental block. To me, it's a mental block with a lot of teams in the SWAC when it comes to Jackson State. I have no idea. I'm like, this team has not won a championship before the prime area. It's been a long time since Jackson State had won something. Now, this team, to me, is working on a dynasty. If Jackson State wins the SWAC this year, think about this. That's going to be 4 out of the last 5 years. Maybe that's where the hatred comes from. If they win the SWAC this year, it'd be 4 out of 5. 2 with Dion and 2 with Coach T.C. Taylor. And T.C. Taylor got his from the mud. I believe that's where the hatred's coming from.
Yeah, everybody hate a winner.
Yes, and I keep saying the SWAC needs a villain. And Jackson State, I'm telling you now, your team is primed to be the villain. You can be the New York Yankees of the SWAC. Everybody hates the Yankees. And when they play the Yankees, it's their Super Bowl. It's their World Series. And I hope Jackson State can do that. But my thing is, to those teams, when you come to Jackson, how about you bring 25, 30,000 people with you? Jackson is going to bring 30 to 40 to their stadium every home game. Bring your people with you. And Southern, please stop complaining about people breaking into your cars. Nobody wants your damn Nissan Altima. I'm like, bro, nobody has broken into your damn car. I'm being real. Y'all know I'll keep it real with y'all, man.
Bro, Lionel, did you hear that? Hey, Lionel, did you hear that?
Lionel.
Hey, Lionel, did you hear that?
Did you hear that, Lionel?
But now let me ask you something, bro. Y'all ain't gonna take my school like that at Las Vegas and try to put 50 on us, are you? Y'all gonna do that too?
I'm telling you right now. What really?
Y'all gonna try to put 50 on us?
JSU by 75. That's all I got to say.
That's what I figured.
No, that game is gonna be way closer. That game is gonna be way closer. Way closer. I'm telling you, that game is gonna be way closer because Grambling.
We done got some players at Grambling.
You got a running back from LSU last year who came into your system.
I heard about it. But I'm just talking about interior line. How's offensive and defensive line?
Now that's where the meat and potatoes is. You don't have an offensive and defensive line coach to coach them boys up. You know, Grambling used to be known for those coaches in between the meat and the potatoes.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling people I need to see Jackson State birth certificates for them damn offensive and defensive linemen that they have. Look at Jackson State offensive and defensive line. That looks like a damn near NFL team size-wise. But I know they have the coaches that can actually coach. See, the problem with a lot of these schools in the SWAC is you can get these big men, but can you get them into strength, conditioning, development, and teaching them? Right now, Jackson State is about 10 steps ahead of a lot of SWAC schools, and it's showing on the field. And I'm like, bro, you gotta find you an offensive line coach that know how to coach. Find your defensive line coach know how to coach. If you running what everybody running the SWAC, a 4-2-5, find you some defensive linemen that can take on a double team. If you cannot find those defensive linemen that can take on a double team, allowing that linebacker to blitz, you in some trouble. That's the biggest issue that I have with those other schools. Maybe that coach from Fairview, and I think Sam Shields can do it at Alabama A&M. I really believe in this man, but it won't be this year.
But not in Huntsville yet, are they?
Yeah, I won't believe it. It won't be this year.
Right,
but next year
they're not there.
Yeah, next year is going to be a different story.
Yeah,
you got to remember.
We got Mr. Lionel. He's here.
Oh, let me hear that. Listen, that's my man.
Don't be gassing him too much now, Mr. Ford. How you
doing? My man.
You there, Lionel?
On mute, Lionel.
What's going on, Timona? How are y'all?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, listen, I hope y'all offensive line and y'all defensive line is stronger and not as soft as these fans y'all got in the comment section. I hope that though.
Whoa, not soft.
Oh, he comes out swinging.
And that's Fairview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
PV,
baby.
That's PV versus everybody.
That's that purple and gold.
Hey, now, you gotta explain to me. You gotta explain. You gotta explain to me where y'all find that 6'5" Guatemalan that y'all got on y'all defensive or offensive line. Y'all got.
Well, when you get a diverse staff, when you get a diverse staff, right, you can bring in some diverse players. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way in the hell you gonna make me. There's no way in the hell you're gonna make me believe you found a 6'5" Guatemalan somewhere. Come on, man. That's elegante, man. Where y'all find him at? Where y'all find him at? I'm checking birth certificates this year.
We can't. Hey, listen, we can't reveal our recruiting secrets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
can't reveal all our recruiting secrets. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Timona to take no notes and give it back to Coach TC.
Well, hey, bro, let me ask this question. Right now, you don't have to be specific. How many quarterbacks y'all got on the roster?
we got one quarterback on the roster.
No, y'all don't. Yeah, y'all Instagram say y'all got about 4. No,
I thought
no.
somebody said they had 7.
I seen 4 people taking different snaps. I watch everything now. I watch everything.
Leonard, what about
that's not really the question y'all get. Y'all gotta ask the question you want answers to, because last time I checked, go ahead.
The kid that came to y'all, he had gone to Arkansas and he was at University of Houston. Did he use up his eligibility, or he's back?
No, he still has eligibility left.
That's the kid I like. Is that Lucas Coley? What's his name?
Yeah, that's cool. That's Cooley. Lucas Cooley. Yeah,
that's the kid I like. That's the kid I like.
Now, Cooley, is he a sophomore or junior?
No, he's been in the game a while. Yeah, He went to University of Houston. He went to Arkansas.
Oh, okay, that's the grad y'all got. Oh,
yeah.
All right, what? Okay.
I've never seen him in a game, but the films I've seen of him, he's the kid I like.
Listen, if you got 4 or more quarterbacks, there's nothing wrong with having, 4 quarterbacks, but do you guys have a definitive 1 and 2? Lionel?
Of course.
They're not going to tell.
That's what I'm saying. I already said to you, we got 1 quarterback, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Because last time I checked, every team I done looked at, and I done looked at all 12 in the SWAC, got multiple quarterbacks on the roster. That goes without saying.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jackson ain't got 1 quarterback last time I checked.
No, they don't.
Jackson is
of course not, because that makes no sense.
But the thing now is, you got to have at least 2 to 3 that can play at any time. If you just got 1 good quarterback, you're gonna have problems.
I agree with you,
one
Mr.
good
Ford.
quarterback can be taken out on any given play. You got to have 2 kids that can come in and play.
Listen,
Look,
you right, Mr. Ford.
Yeah,
especially the SWAC championship game, you got to have at least 2 for sure.
No.
We have 3 starters. Yeah, there we go. No, we got 3 starters and a possible Lockhart from Charlotte, a true freshman.
Is he ready, Mr. Moon? I thought he was a freshman.
He is ready. Ethan
He's
Terrell.
ready.
They're all
He's ready for SWAC.
They are all ready. That's
Okay,
the thing.
all right.
And this is the thing about Jackson State. Jackson State has never been scared in terms of saying what we got, who we got. You gonna know from A to Z. Quarterback, wide receiver, defensive line.
Let me say this right here. I would like to know, Mr. Lionel, why you got faith in Alabama State? Because Eddie don't do nothing but play defensive special team. Their offense is terrible every year. He keep a different offense coordinator. Now, why you got faith in them?
I got faith in them for the same reason you just named. You just named all the reasons. The
I know
biggest
he play
difference
good defense and he play good special team, but his offense, they just throw stuff on the wall.
They're gonna have a better offensive system in place this year because they're gonna have a better person under center. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation.
Okay, so you're saying Andrew Body, you think he'll have a breakout year?
Yeah, I mean, breakout year is what? I mean, he doesn't need to have a breakout year, right, with Alabama State. That's the thing. He doesn't have to have a breakout year for Alabama State to accomplish what they want to accomplish this year.
So you just want him to be a game manager?
That's all he has to be, right? Obviously, he has the ability. He got the ability to go win them games, though, too, right? But look, again, we talking about the last few years. We go look at Alabama State. Alabama State isn't a gargantuan jump away from being where they want to be, right? They're literally just a few plays away from being where they want to be. And so, all they were looking for is not like I said, they don't even need an Andrew Body, right? They just need somebody that's going to be solid, that's be able to get the ball to playmakers, right, and keep things rolling on the offensive side of things. But obviously, he does have the ability to win games for him. So.
Mr. Lionel, let me ask you this question. Alabama State goes to Tallahassee. I think it's September the 27th. They play FAM at Bragg. Now, do they beat FAMU?
No.
Oh, yeah, they beat FAMU this year.
Okay.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
Come on, man. It's a mental block.
Tell me who's starting for FAMU. You tell me who's starting for FAMU because you're the quarterback guy, right? You're the quarterback
since January.
Who's starting for FAMU, Oren?
FAMU don't have a quarterback.
It's going to be the Jefferson kid.
Listen, FAMU is a Jedi mind trick when it comes to Alabama State. Alabama State goal is to beat Jackson State. Y'all think I'm joking? That man only wants to beat Jackson State. Eddie Robinson don't even care about beating Alabama A&M. He wants to beat Jackson State for some reason.
But now
y'all got to remember that.
Alabama A&M, he can't stay in Montgomery. They ain't gonna have that.
All I know is he 3-0 against Alabama A&M. So
he was playing against an old Mainer, and we got it. You got to remember Sam Shields took. Listen, Sam Shields took Miles College and beat Alabama State. Right or wrong?
Right, he did.
Nah, I'm with you there. Yeah.
He did
so I'm telling you, but Alabama State has a problem with Jackson State. I'm talking from fans, from the band, football team, and everything else. It's a problem with them. I have no idea why he's like that. That's the only school that man, he blows his top off against. When it comes to FAMU, it's like they bow down to him. Look what Crook said last night. Crook said, we're going to beat everybody in the SWAC except FAMU. It's something about FAMU that's making a lot of folks, I don't know why, because I'm like, bro, FAMU, I call it Portal University. What they had last year. They had 31 portal players.
Right.
And lost the battle.
27. Willie had 27 his last year.
And Willie had 27. It's Portal U.
Yeah. But
see what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that, is it? He won a championship.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but they are not developing. I hope Perryview, your new head coach, Sam Shields, take a note from TC Taylor. Go out on the road and recruit and develop. If you look at TC Taylor, that man went 7-4, and Jackson State fans wanted to blow their top.
Yes,
that man turned around next year and won the damn SWAC. You know why? Because it was recruiting, it was teaching, and it was development, and it was showing them young men how to win. If your coach at Perryview can do that, because that man talk more than I talk, y'all are gonna be great.
Where is G?
He talked more than I talked.
Did all that talking after when Alcorn came to Jackson and beat Jackson at the vet, and then the next year Jackson went out there and beat them on the reservation. Where is G? Somebody tell me where's G?
Give him 3 weeks. He'll be back in 3 weeks.
Okay. I say 3 weeks. I had put him on the POW list.
he coming back soon.
Okay.
I say
we missed him.
I just want to know who had the better quarterback in those last 2 years, Alabama State versus FAM. Who had the better quarterback in both games?
Oh, definitely FAM. FAMU had quarterbacks. If you look by the numbers, their last 2 quarterbacks that come out the portal, both of them dudes.
That Egyptian kid led him to the Celebration Bowl. What's that Egyptian kid name?
The little one that slung the ball around.
That's right. He led him to the Celebration Bowl win.
And then the quarterback last year was doing a damn good job until
Daniel Richardson.
Until Jackson State damn near killed that poor little young man. When they hit that boy and he fumbled that ball, that boy ain't been right since then. That was a hit.
What? How did he hit him? How did he hit him?
That was True Thompson. It was True Thompson.
I'm telling you, that was a hit.
Yes, it was.
When I tell people, I caught one pass across the middle in my whole entire football career. I got hit so hard, my damn cleats came unloose, shoulder pads and helmet, everything came off. I know how that young man felt. I got up and ran to the sideline like it didn't hurt. Coach said, man, get back up in there. I say, tell your mom to go across that middle. I ain't going back again. I know that young quarterback told that coach when he go back in there, he said, you tell your mom to go back and play quarterback. That hit was too damn hard. I was at the game, and it was only about 15 FAMU fans over there with me. And everybody said, oh, Lord, is he going to get up? I said, I don't think he going to get up. That man, look at that, play that highlight again. You will see that man laying on the ground.
Let's ask Lionel. Now, Lionel, when y'all go to Baton Rouge, is it Prairie View by 40? When y'all go to Baton Rouge?
No, Prairie View by 53.
That's what I thought.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Prairie View going to put up 53 over Southern?
Hey, listen, I said it on the show because, you know, like I say, I share all these things on the show. Mr. Ford will catch them because obviously he's checking it out. But
Listen, I'm a fan
Coach
of yours.
Jackson has had 3 different offensive coordinators the last 3 years. He averaged 36, 36, and 40. We're not going to have a problem scoring the ball, but he's a defensive guy, all right? That's the reality. He's a defensive guy. But we're not going to have a problem putting the ball in the end zone. That's for sure. That's for facts. So
y'all gonna be more so y'all gonna be more pass heavy or run heavy?
I'm gonna say how Coach Jackson said it, right? We're gonna have an air raid system with a power run game.
Well, now, Lionel, what's y'all's record against Southern in the last 5 years?
We've alternated. So we've won at Southern the last few years, and Southern has won at PV the last few years. So we've been alternating back and forth.
So y'all gonna wreck that homecoming this year?
Yeah, they already know what we do for homecoming. They
Y'all
already know
gonna
what we
wreck
do
that
for
homecoming? Okay.
Okay. PV, which is your biggest game this year? We know about the State Fair Classic.
Texas Southern.
We know about. So mine is okay. Texas Southern is the biggest game. Okay. Hey, you know I go to that game every year, whether it's in Prairie View or whether it's in Texas Southern. I love classics at each other stadium. I love it. So I'm damn sure gonna be tuned in. I'm not even gonna drink I ain't gonna say the day before. Well, I ain't gonna drink the day of the game. I'm gonna have my binoculars and I'm gonna be watching everything. Cause I'm telling you, Prairie View head coach, bruh, y'all have put on a campaign of noise talking that I ain't seen in a long time. Y'all gotta back that thing up. Y'all gotta back it up.
What noise have we talked? We haven't talked no noise.
Your head coach.
Lionel, let me say this. Y'all got the people over in Atlanta fired up.
We haven't.
Thank you, Mr.
What
Ford.
noise have we talked? We haven't talked no noise.
No. Your coach been talking since he got hired. Bro, you can't go with that. Nah. Come on, Lionel. Now that man has been talking.
Lionel talking too.
But I want to understand what noise we've been talking because we're saying that we're gonna go win the championship. How is that talking noise? I don't understand.
No. Y'all ain't been talking that. Not only championship. What y'all say? You gonna pledge Prairie View. When y'all practicing at 5:30 in the morning, you crossing the burning sands to Prairie View.
That's our players, right? That's in our system.
Good. They're gonna be tops in FCS. Yeah. They're gonna be top 10.
But how is that noise though? That's not us talking noise. We're not talking at any other program or any other school. That's not talking noise.
That's not you right. Let me tell you something. Looking at his resume, I believe he's gonna do it.
He is gonna do it. But I don't see how they're talking noise though, right? That's all I'm saying.
Y'all got the faith of the size of a mustard seed. I'm gonna get the Prairie View. Y'all been talking noise. Y'all got the faith of the size of a mustard seed. Now I'm telling you. But y'all better.
And he say you can move mountains with that. So now listen.
Exactly. Listen. Y'all better deliver. If you don't deliver, you know y'all gonna make goddamn it. Real SWAC memories.
Orange, just tell me where the package is supposed to be. Just tell me where the package is supposed to be and what time. So we'll have it there. Don't worry about that. We like Amazon. Just tell me where the package need to be and what time. That's it.
Package for what?
Always give a coach the first year now. You give him the first year.
No, you can't give Prairie View coach Mr. Ford. Not this coach.
Give him the first year now. Give him the first year.
What that man say?
I told you, this is Jackson State and everybody else. And so after this year, all bets are on. So listen.
Man, I'm gonna put Drain out.
Yeah, you got to give him this year. You don't put him on the clock in the first year.
What package? What's the name of the package I'm supposed to deliver?
You tell me, because we have it there. Because we like Amazon. We like Amazon over here.
What kind of package y'all want? Because hey, I got Texas Southern beat y'all. I'm telling you.
No.
Hey, listen. You can have the whole SWAC can have Texas Southern beating us. I mean, I know that SWAC want Texas Southern to beat us because they hate it. They hate what they hear. But that ain't no problem. I mean, that ain't gonna change nothing. That ain't gonna change reality.
Y'all had a 5-game winning streak against Texas Southern last year.
9-game winning streak. Nine-game winning streak.
Not my bad. 9. And what happened? You lost.
What happened is time came.
You got a new coach.
Time.
Texas Southern ain't beating Prairie View, bro. Don't get Texas Southern that.
I'm telling you, Mr. Ford, I'm telling you, Texas Southern is my dark horse to win the West. I'm not saying they're going undefeated in the West. That's that dark horse. Because too many people are overlooking.
I agree with you. That's why that's the most important game. I agree.
Southern, and the question mark in the West is Alcorn. I don't think it's us. I don't think it's Grambling yet. Give us a little bit more time.
No, you know Grambling, the crumbling dynasty, Mr. Ford.
That's what you said about
I apologize.
Listen, you heard me when you say that.
I apologize.
You saying that about my school. But now listen, the school that should be number 2 should be Southern. It should be Southern. Southern should be
the only thing about Southern
should be 2.
The only thing about Southern is they become predictable.
Mark Kravitz is their problem. He's their problem. They don't have an offensive coordinator. That's why nobody's going to take.
Do y'all believe in KJ Cooper? Y'all believe in KJ Cooper?
Now, is that your quarterback?
No, that's Texas Southern quarterback.
Listen, Southern ain't ready for y'all. They ain't ready for y'all. Listen, just remember that Texas Southern is a basketball.
Come on, let the man talk. Let him talk. Let him get his words out.
Y'all done got about 60 transfers. Y'all got a mesh.
They got 35, didn't they?
What else we got to do? What else we got to do, Timona?
What else do
you gotta? Hey, Lionel, you gotta make sure that those players can play together.
Yeah,
I
don't think that's going to be a problem with y'all because of that staff they got. The biggest thing at Prairie View,
thank you, Mr. Ford,
is the question mark at quarterback. Who's going to run that machine they got out there? That's the biggest question. Who
Mr.
is
Ford? I got your answer.
Huh?
I got your answer, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, that's the only question I got. QB1. That's all.
Don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a whole show on QB1.
QB1.
I'm gonna be watching.
That's what I want.
I'm gonna be watching.
I'm gonna be tuned in too because I want to know who it is. Why you just can't tell me?
Now, my choice is that kid I told you about.
Hey, listen, tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
My choice is that kid that y'all got from Houston and he was at Arkansas. That's the kid I like.
Listen,
that's the kid. Lucas, what you call him? Lucas Coley?
I'm happy you like him.
What's his name? Lucas Coley?
Yeah, Lucas Coley. I'm happy you like him.
That's the kid I like. Yeah, I like him. I like that kid.
Well, explain what rhythm it is. Why did your best wide receiver go to Jackson State?
Oh,
he explained that. Well, listen, he had a choice to make a decision, right? So he thought he was graduating. Right? Well, he graduated, right? He thought he didn't have any more eligibility left, right? So he found out he had a year eligibility left. That's a choice and decision that he has to make, right? And listen, everybody that plays at PV, I support all of my guys that come through. You know what I'm saying? They make the decision that they believe is best for them. So he made that decision. I have no problem with that. He can make that decision. That's fine.
That's the Savage kid, right?
Say it again.
Isn't his name Savage?
Yeah. Talking about Shamar Savage. But now don't get it twisted now. What we brought in the room, we got a deep wide receiver room. We have a very deep wide receiver room. Our wide receiver room is definitely deeper than it was last year. I definitely would say that, right? You know what I'm saying? We were more top heavy last year. I think now, which goes with the system that we're running. So it makes sense, but we definitely have more receivers across the board. So I still like what we got in the room. So I don't have a problem with that.
So you got somebody to replace your number one receiver.
Yes, but technically,
okay.
From a number standpoint, he wasn't our number one receiver last year, right? But yes, we got somebody to replace our number one and our number two.
Ronald, let me ask you a question. I would like for you to critique Jackson State's 2025 squad right now. What do you see as their strengths and their weaknesses at Jackson State? I'm serious. I just like to hear what give me a critique of Jackson State. What do you see as their strengths? What do you see as their weaknesses?
So I mean, obviously they're strong in the trenches, especially on the offensive line.
Okay.
I think they've done a good job of replacing kind of what they got left. I haven't finished looking into them in detail, but I like what they've replaced in the offensive line. Because obviously, listen, Jackson is a running team, period. Right? I don't care what they bring in the wide receiver room. The foundation of Jackson is the run game. Everything else is great. It's bells and whistles on the outside. Jackson wants to run the ball. That's what they want to do, right? And they're going to use the run instead of the pass. So it's good. So listen, bringing in Shamar Savage, bringing in a Nathan Rembrandt is great because listen, the more guys you can get out in space, if you got teams trying to load that box right, and now you can just pull it out, Morgan or whoever, right, is going to be a quarterback, can just get the ball to playmakers. That's exactly what you want to do, right? But they're not looking to do that 30 times a game. That's the reality, right? They're looking to run the ball. They want to run the ball down the throw. So I like what they got on that end. I think the real question is, can they replace some of those pieces that left out the room on the defensive side of things, right? That's going to be that's really what's going to show how strong Jackson is going to be this year. Is on the defensive side of the ball, right? You talk about, that big blow that old boy from FAMU took last year. Well, hey, listen, what True ain't in the room, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you lost a couple of those pieces that are very, very important pieces, right? You know what I'm saying? So how good do some of the guys that's coming up fit in? How do some of the transfers that they brought in fit in? You know what I mean? To continue to make that defense strong. That's going to be the question, right? But so that's my assessment of them right now. And again, I people think I'm hating on Jackson. I'm not hating on Jackson. I think Jackson's gonna go 7-1 in the SWAC. I just think they're gonna lose to Alabama State. That's the only thing I've said.
Okay, well now let me follow up. I want one more question with you. What does Jacoby Morgan have to do to get drafted or to get a chance at the NFL? What does he have to do this season?
He has to leave and go to another team that's going to allow him to throw for 3,500 plus yards. That's what he
don't think he can do that at Jackson?
He's not going to do that at Jackson. Jackson's a run first team. I don't care about all the stuff people saying. Jackson is not a pass first team. Jackson is a run first team. And at the end of the day, I'm just being straight, right? You know what I'm saying? Jacoby Morgan is not.
So
y'all want me to tell the truth or no?
I want to tell the truth. Tell the truth. What do you think?
The stats are on the screen. What do the stats say?
Lionel, did you?
We got 33 touchdowns rushing, 27 touchdowns passing. We have 2,650 passing yardage and 2,967 rushing yardage. It's kind of even. The
Lionel.
Jackson is 50.
Okay, that's fine. But again, like I say, right? You guys the foundation is the rushing attack. I don't see that what I'm saying is not true.
No,
571 rushing attempts, 309 passing attempts, right? You guys want to run the ball. What have I said that's not true?
Now, Lionel, did you see that young man throw in the Celebration Bowl?
Yes.
Now, you mean to tell me that young man is not NFL with his size and height? Now, I do admit he needs to get a little bit more weight to keep for them injuries down, but the SWAC is one of the hardest hitting conference. But did you see the precision that he threw those touchdown passes through to? That's NFL type throwing that they looking at. The problem is NFL GMs and NFL scouts have a problem with drafting black quarterbacks from the SWAC. That's the problem that a lot of people don't want to admit. Name a black quarterback from the SWAC they've drafted in the last 15 years.
Name a black quarterback in the SWAC that should have been drafted in the last 15 years.
Okay, in the last 15 years, you know why they haven't drafted any dual threat quarterbacks from the SWAC? You know why? They GMs and the scouts have said, "Nah, we ain't gonna do that." The same type of quarterback from whatever conference you can think about that they will give an opportunity to be on the team. You mean to tell me that little boy from Ole Miss, Jason Dart, who's never won any damn thing, that doesn't have a snap count? Russell Wilson had to teach him how to do a snap count. Was eligible to be he was drafted in the first round, but you can't get a SWAC quarterback like a Morgan, I'm telling you, look how Morgan throws that football. Now, it's not even about time with him. That man can flat out throw the football. The problem is when it comes to drafting, the NFL does not, they do not want to see another Steve McNair. They definitely don't want to see another Doug Williams. That's the problem with the NFL.
Jacoby Morgan on Steve McNair level?
No. I said they don't want to see another one. I'm not saying Jacoby Morgan is his own person, his own player. Come on, man. You got to remember, I was in college when Steve McNair was in college. So that was satellite, the satellite from Valley. He never got an opportunity to play in the NFL. So the NFL has a problem. They don't want to see a young black quarterback go up in there and do that. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If Jacoby Morgan was at Mississippi State or Ole Miss, they will be talking about Jacoby Morgan being drafted in the first round. You know it. I know it. And you will never admit that.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Shit.
I definitely don't know that.
But Jason Dart can make it, and he don't even know, and he don't have a snap count.
Jason Dart's numbers? Oren, that was a good speech. I ain't gonna lie. If I had a violin, I'd play it for you. You know what I'm saying? That was good. Hey, listen, when I'm ready to sell something, I'm calling you. I'm calling you to sell me for me, okay? I'm calling you.
Now, you got to sell yourself to Prairie View being the SWAC champion and the Celebration Bowl champion. That's what you got to sell yourself this year. Because look, if y'all do not win the SWAC West, if y'all don't win the SWAC West this year, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. And if Alabama State does not win the SWAC East, I'm telling you, Eddie, you might want to come over here on this back porch and drink some Old English 800 with me. So that's what we ain't gonna go there with that one now. Because I'm telling you, Prairie View, y'all have shook up the internet with y'all comical. I said, boy, this must be Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis that I'm listening to. Prairie View, every time y'all won the SWAC West, y'all went to the SWAC championship game and y'all did what? Y'all got beat like y'all stole a Lord's Last Supper. I'm like, bro, this team is comical. But I'm glad y'all got the faith. I'm glad y'all got the confidence. But everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And when y'all get punched in y'all damn mouth, boy, it's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing around. Goddamn. Well, old Hempstead. I can't wait. I'm going to be hollering. I'm like, here it is. The damn celebration. Every time you lose a game, you know what I'm going to say? The damn Celebration Bowl champs lost another game. You
ain't gonna be saying that a lot, then.
Oh,
you might as well record yourself right now. You ain't gonna be hearing that from yourself.
What they say?
I'm just saying.
Today.
I'm just saying. Y'all have known it yourself as Celebration Bowl champ. I was like, I thought it was a joke when y'all fans were saying that. I'm like, huh? I say Prairie View? The same Prairie View? The Prairie View that I know, Prairie View? The Prairie View folks don't know where Prairie View located.
Not that Prairie View, this Prairie View. Not that Prairie View, this Prairie View.
They don't know where Prairie View located. They say, oh, that's over there by Texas Southern. I'm like, nah, it's down Interstate 10 a little bit. We
talking about the Prairie View that got 6 HBCU national titles, not 4. That's the Prairie View we talking about right now.
Man, you sound like Southern going back to the 1990s. Man, get out of here, man. Man,
hey, listen.
Man, come on, man. Prairie View, bro.
All this because I'm telling you that Jacoby Morgan ain't NFL ready. That's what this for? I'm confused.
No. It ain't about Jacoby Morgan being NFL ready. That young man, if he gets it, if the right scout say, look, give this man a chance, he gonna shine.
He not gonna get a chance because as Timona just showed on her own screen when she asked me the question, she said it's even. So it's 2,900 rushing yards, 2,600 passing yards. Like I said, Jackson is a run first team. 402 rushing attempts, 309 passing attempts. How am I lying? Show me where I'm lying. Y'all are a rush first team.
Nobody's saying you lying about that, man.
Miss Timona, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
go ahead.
Let me ask Lionel one more. Lionel, let me ask you this question.
Let me just say this: the making of a awesome offensive coordinator or of any championship team is the ability to adjust to your defense, and that's what Jackson State has done all season long. Adjusted to the defense. If the defense stopped, they were going to stop the run. They were passing. If they thought they were going to stop the passing, then we going to run down your throat. Like, that's what offensive coordinators do. They adjust the game to what
let me ask Mr.
Sure.
Let me ask Lionel. Lionel, let me ask you this question. I want your thoughts on this. Now, I want the SWAC to eliminate the divisions, and I want us to go straight 12. What's your thoughts on that?
They won't do it.
I don't want no Western. I don't want no Eastern.
They won't do it.
So the only issue with eliminating division is, so are you going to play 11 conference games?
No, I was thinking 9. You play 9. Each team will play 9.
See, I don't want to play 9 conference games. I don't think that benefits from a Prairie View standpoint. That don't benefit us at all. That only benefits schools like Southern that likes to play other schools in the SWAC for non-conference games, right? That's the only school in the SWAC that benefits. Outside of that, they don't benefit nobody. I mean, they don't benefit us at least, right? We want to play the Incarnate Words, right? We want to play Abilene Christian. We want those games. So,
but you
for me, I don't want to.
We're talking about 9. You got 12 games. You got 3 games. You can play Incarnate Word. You can play Houston Christian, right? Because you got. I'm saying 9 SWAC games, 3 out of conference games.
Yeah, I'm understanding. I just it doesn't, to me, it doesn't benefit if I'm speaking from a perspective of Prairie View. I don't see how it benefits us. That's the only reason. I don't see how it benefits us. So that's why for me, I hope they don't go to 9 conference games. I hope it stays at 8.
Hey, Prairie View, I'm putting y'all in that category with Southern and FAMU fans. The king of Delulu. Y'all are delusional. I don't know where the hell y'all think y'all gonna come out with winning all these games that y'all are talking about. What Prairie View team are we talking about?
The one we got assembled right now. That's the one we're talking about.
Schedule pretty soft. In Prairie View schedule soft. They don't have to play Jackson.
The SWAC
They don't have to play Jackson. They don't have to play FAM. So they could basically win all the games, right?
I mean, we beat FAM last time we played them, so that doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. In your schedule, I mean, basically, don't you have a soft schedule?
No, we don't have a soft schedule. We got the same schedule as place before.
Timona, put up that SWAC.
You gotta take that up with the commissioner.
No, I ain't no commissioner.
You gotta take that up with us.
I can see you winning 10, 11 games, right?
Of course.
Wow.
11 in the possible.
I got their schedule right here. I got Prairie View schedule right here. You see it?
Oh my God, Timona.
Listen, whatever you call a schedule, it ain't gonna change the fact that we got 11 in the possible. And we listen, after we win the Celebration Bowl, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about the schedule. It won't matter. Still gonna be a championship. I don't care if you call it. I don't care what kind of tissue paper it is. It could be Charm. It could be Angel Soft. Won't matter to me. It still be Celebration Bowl champion.
Hey, I'm telling y'all. Look, y'all done passed FAMU. Y'all up there with Southern. There's some Delulu stuff going on right now. I'm telling y'all.
Here's the question. Your last SWAC championship was Coach Henry Frazier, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And by the way, Mr. Ford, that was the last time we had a coach that wasn't a first-year coach.
Right.
The last time we won a SWAC championship.
Yeah, Coach Frazier.
So you telling me y'all gonna blow out Grambling in the State Fair Classic? Y'all gonna blow out Texas Southern? You gonna blow out?
I haven't said we're gonna blow out all of these teams. I haven't said that. But
y'all just gonna win.
Yeah, we gonna win. That's the point, right? We gonna win.
Okay, y'all just gonna win. Okay,
we gonna win.
Bruh, I hope everybody in these comment sections is hearing this.
I hope so too.
I thought Adrian Crook was crazy.
So.
I hope Adrian Crook. I said Crook, you about the craziest Southern fan I know. Now
he is. You ain't lying.
Lionel, y'all must be sitting roommates. Y'all must be roommates together.
Nah, we ain't roommates. We go to the same school. I was in the UC. I at Prairie View. I don't know what Crook was.
At my school, listen, at my school, when we would do our SWAC talk, all the SWAC teachers, all the teachers who were graduate of SWAC schools, we'd come together. The loudest people were the Jackson State people, the FAMU people, the Southern people. Prairie View people basically said nothing. Once Tremaine Jackson was named at Prairie View, guess what? The Prairie View people talking now. So it's a change. It's a change. I've been at that school
talking,
a number
Mr.
of years.
Ford. So
You've been
but
talking.
yeah, them other people talking now, but I've been talking.
Well, listen, the people at my school ain't never talked from Prairie View. Now they talking.
Good.
So
I'm happy they talking. They need to talk.
They talking. They talking.
I have written this down. Crook said they gonna win 11 games, and PV said they gonna win. Lionel said they gonna win 11 games. Southern gonna win 11. Yeah, hey, that's and y'all gonna win 11. I got this written down. Hey man, it's gonna be a lot of old English 800 drinking this football season. My
let me ask you this: is Southern gonna beat Alabama State?
No.
You gotta ask Crook. Crook said
they're not gonna beat
Crook
North Carolina
said,
Central in the first game of the season.
That's what
Crook said.
My thing is Alabama State. Are they gonna beat Alabama State?
Crook said
No,
the only
absolutely
team
not.
they're not gonna beat in the SWAC is FAMU. Everybody else gets the business. That's
The
what
only
Crook
team
said.
they might beat is UAPB and Grambling.
Well,
y'all think y'all gonna beat Grambling this year?
Why would I not think we're gonna be? What has Grambling done to make you even ask that question?
I'm just saying.
Hey, did we get an offensive coordinator yet at Grambling? Okay, Mickey, who's calling the play?
As of now, Mickey is.
So who's the offensive coordinator?
Mickey Joseph, Mr. Ford. Mickey Joseph.
Okay, all right. Because
I don't know the answer. I have to look into that. I'm not sure.
But once again,
let what he say in the comment.
Alabama State. Is Southern going to beat Alabama State?
No, they're not. They're not going to beat Alabama State. They're not going to beat North Carolina Central. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm so glad y'all full of confidence that y'all gonna be 11-0, 11-1. And you know the SWAC West ain't no damn. When the last time out in the SWAC West went damn 11-1?
The Wild Wild West.
Exactly. Come on, man. Look, if it wasn't for Southern dominating the SWAC West last year, normally the SWAC West will come down to the last game or two to decide the championship.
Go call
Ask Alcorn about the SWAC West. Ask Alcorn.
Go get
They ain't done nothing since they been on this side.
No here.
That's right. They ain't done nothing.
I have a demonstration for the SWAC West.
Uh-oh. Let me see.
Oh Lord. That's
Domino's sugar packets.
Uh-oh.
Water.
There it is, baby. The SWAC West. The Wild Wild West.
This Southern. Who we got? Alcorn.
Alcorn.
Who else?
Pine Bluff. What about Pine Bluff?
Pine Bluff.
What about them G-men? What about them G-men?
Grambling.
Grab them G-men.
We got a demonstration, y'all. Grambling. PV. Sudden. Who else we got? I got Alcorn.
Alcorn.
Who the last one?
Texas Southern. The basketball school.
Yeah, we got some water. What that equal, Mr. Ford?
Sweet water. They weak as sweet water.
Weak as sweet water.
Lana, you know what I believe in y'all, Lana. I believe in the Panthers of Prairie View. I believe
So Lionel, y'all beat Texas Southern, you beat Grambling, you beat Alcorn, you beat Southern.
Check.
It's over.
Check.
It's over.
Right. Of course.
So y'all SWAC West champions.
Of course. Like we've been 2 out of the last 4 years, yes.
2 out of the last 4 years. And what have y'all done when y'all went to the SWAC championship game?
We win in 2025. That's all that matters.
No. When y'all the 2 out of the 4 years that y'all won.
I mean, you talking about us winning the SWAC West like that's a revelation. We won 2 out of the last 4 years.
Okay, when you went to the SWAC championship game, what happened?
In 2025, we won, and then we won the Celebration Bowl after that.
Well, I mean, y'all say
What,
y'all
what kind of look, man? Hey, man, pup pass. I'm talking about the 2 out of 4 that y'all won. What happened when y'all went to the SWAC championship?
All I know is 2025. That's
Come
all I
on,
know.
man. Just say
That's
y'all
all I
took
know.
that L.
I can't tell you about nothing else that happened. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you
Man,
about
come on, man. You
2025.
got to pup pass, man. See, this is
Puff,
the
puff, pass. I don't
delusional that
smoke.
I
I'm
be talking
sorry.
about.
I don't smoke.
That the delusional is what I'm talking about. You bragged about winning 2 out of 4 years, but when you went to that
I didn't
championship
brag.
game for
I'm
those
not
2
bragging.
years,
I'm just making a statement.
Come on,
Because
Lionel.
you're saying it as if like winning the SWAC West is some feat or something. Like we've done that 2 out of the last 4 years.
Feat. Man, if you
How
win
is it a feat?
But Lionel, tell them what y'all gonna do when y'all go to Baton Rouge.
Thank
What
you.
y'all gonna do?
53. PV by 53.
What y'all gonna do when they go to Baton Rouge?
That's the one blowout. That's gonna be a blowout. That one I
baby.
know is gonna be a blowout. I don't know about the rest of them, but that one, that ain't gonna be pretty.
That brother, what Terrence name? Terrence what? Terrence Graves. Brother Terrence Graves.
Oh man, Graves is a good last name for what's gonna happen in that game.
Terrence Graves.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of those.
Now listen, y'all gonna take out the belt before y'all get to Baton Rouge on the way.
Hey, what
I
day
don't
is
know.
that?
I'm gonna have to ask. I don't know the logistics plan yet, but I'll
What
find
day
out.
is that? What day is that game, brother?
That's the 18th, October the 18th, isn't it?
October 18th. I might have to go up on the bluff to see this.
Yeah, that's Southern's homecoming. And
no, well,
Prairie View
hell
goes
no.
in and
I
catches
no.
it.
Well, no, you cannot get in the Southern's homecoming. Good luck. You know, last year
we were there last time. We've been to Southern Homecoming before. We got in.
No.
And then they left before us. They left before us at their own homecoming.
No, like you talking about the past. I'm talking about last year. Southern Homecoming, they was turning people around. You know that bridge that go over to the stadium.
Yeah,
they was turning folks
hump.
around. You couldn't hump.
Hump.
Over across the bluff. You couldn't even get over there. I ain't going to that. Nah, hell no. You ain't gonna be able to get up in there. Good luck to y'all trying to get up in there. Southern Homecoming is really probably one of the best SWAC homecomings around. I ain't gonna lie. Now the food is horrible. I done told Southern they can't cook. They disrespecting Louisiana. But
Wait a minute, Southern homecoming better than Jackson and FAMU?
Bruh, Mr. Ford, you might want to check. I'm telling you, I ain't seen nothing like that in the last few years that can top Southern's homecoming.
No good food, then it's a wrap.
That's true. Now that now come on, you know I'm from New Orleans. I'm in the 6th ward. Now we totally different. Where our food is a cuisine. That stuff up there. But look, Southern start off with them damn horses and damn cows and shit riding through the damn campuses and all that stuff. They on a different level. I ain't gonna lie. Southern homecoming is on a different level. I mean, it's something you gotta
horses riding through Southern.
Yeah, horses and every damn them folks coming. That boots on the ground stuff, way before boots on the ground stuff. Southern got some stuff coming for you. I'm like, damn, this is a real homecoming. It's so many people there. They have to turn them people around. They was turning folks around. I'm talking before the game started. Like, there's no room. The tailgate, the stadium was sold out. Nobody could get nowhere. Everybody was outside. We was all shoulder to shoulder standing outside trying to get into the game, but it was no room up in there.
So, bruh, let me ask you this. So you saying Prairie View gonna put an ass whooping on them in front of a capacity crowd?
You asking Lionel, is PV gonna whoop ass?
Gonna whoop ass in front of a capacity crowd in Baton Rouge.
And in front of that crumbling dynasty y'all got over there.
Yep.
What you mean? Yep, Mr.
Yeah,
Ford,
they gonna get us in Dallas. Yeah, they gonna get us. They gonna get us in Dallas.
Right?
Yeah, they gonna get us. We ain't ready.
Damn, you told us last year. You said you better get coach.
But our defense. Let me say this: our defense gonna be all right. What's the guy named? He used to be the head coach of Southern. He gonna have that defense right. The problem that Grambling now is offense.
You got T-set now.
Okay, well, we got to see. I still say we got problems offensively. That guy that's the defensive coordinator, he gonna be all right. That defense gonna be all right. Offense is gonna be our problem.
You got a running back, Mr. Ford. Maybe you don't have an offensive line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know about the running back. You said that's the one from LSU, right?
That's a damn good running back.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. But now I got the quarterback situation, and I got the offensive line situation, and then the offensive coordination. That's why I say they get us in Dallas. They gonna get us in Dallas.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this is my opinion. The Prairie View head coach has blown up everybody's head around Prairie View program, so they don't think that they can't lose. You just heard the man say he gonna go 11-1. It's gonna be a game or two, or maybe 3 or 4, that he gonna have to humble himself. You coming from a D2 school, which you did a damn good job, but you coming into a SWAC conference is where they do not like coaches talking noise like that. If the players was talking noise, I can see it. The coach is doing all the talking. And you don't think that's bulletin board material to see this man up here talking all this crazy stuff about what he gonna do and all this and all that?
What did you think about what I said? I thought Prairie View had a soft schedule. It's a very soft schedule.
It's definitely soft.
Huh?
It's definitely soft, but you can lose on a soft schedule. The problem is he has a whole new team. He has a whole new group of players, and he's hoping that them players can gel right now. That's my problem with all these new players and new coaches. It takes a little bit. And look, hey, Jackson State fans, I know y'all like to hear this. Look at TC Taylor. He had to go through the mud. He went 7-4. They wanted his head. The following year, that man went undefeated in conference play.
Right.
So that's just all I'm saying. When you get all these new players and you get these new coaches and these new positions, and then you got a coach out there, he like P.T. Barnum and Bailey.
Let me ask you this question. If you had a choice between Coach Jackson and Chennis Berry, who would you take?
Jackson and Chennis Berry.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mr. Ford, I skip both of them and I take Sam Shields.
Okay.
That's who I would take.
Okay. All right.
I would take, because both of them are two clowns to me. I would take Sam Shields.
Chennis is the clown?
Oh man, the little dancing cute dog from South Carolina State. Yeah. He got to take that gum out of his mouth. Look, that first quarter of that Celebration Bowl told me a lot about that man. That man had no answers to a team that he thought that he was going to be able to dominate. And if it wasn't, remember that punt that Marcus Dupree grandson, I think was it Marcus Dupree grandson that returned that punt?
No, that was a running back. That kid from Atlanta.
Whoever returned that punt. If it wasn't for the referees calling that penalty, that game would have been over in the first quarter. Chennis Berry had no answers for Jackson State. His quarterback looked like he had went to Magic City and store was dancing with strippers all night. That was a beat down.
Oh, I mean, no doubt about that. It was.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he overlooked that Jackson State team. Now, I want to see Chennis, that coach you talking about. I want to see him go up against that MEAC schedule he got. You only got about 5 games. But right, now, do I think South Carolina? Do I think he can beat Michael Vick? I think he can beat Michael Vick his first year. He can outcoach him.
Vick got him for homecoming.
That's gonna be must-see TV for the MEAC folks.
Vick got him for homecoming.
They gonna be
goes to A&T and he goes to Durham.
Okay,
he goes to Durham he goes to A&T.
Now I won't be surprised if he win the SWAC, the MEAC again. I won't be surprised. Now he can coach.
I'm picking him.
He can coach on that level. Yeah, I think he was humble. I think he was humbled by that behind whooping that Jackson State put on him. And I believe that instead of him out there dancing and smacking gum, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and say, you know what? Something is different in the SWAC. Because you remember, the MEAC used to have the bigger offensive defensive line.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, they were physical.
Yeah, now it's a different ball game now.
It's a different ball game. Yeah.
Now you look at Jackson State offensive and defensive line. That can be in the SEC, ACC, Big Ten, Pac-12, anywhere. That line, that recruiting, that Coach T.C. Taylor and the defensive coordinator, what they doing right now. That's why I keep telling people, if Jackson State win the SWAC again, which I'm pretty sure they will, those coaches, those it's gonna be hard for number one. It's gonna be hard for Jackson State to keep their athletic director, which I still think that Ashley Robinson should be the commissioner of the SWAC. Your head coach, it's gonna be a lot of people looking at him, but that defensive coordinator from Jackson State, if they win again, he gone. Yeah. Somebody coming to get him.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But now, listen, I'm just being real. That the MEAC should go after Ashley Robinson. The MEAC should bring that to him and tell him, what do you put down, what he wants, take it back to them president. That's who need that.
Big time, Willie.
Hold on now. Y'all
wait a minute now.
Giving away our AD, our head coach, and our defensive coordinator.
I agree with him on that defense coordinator now. If they win it again, he's gone. He's getting a head coaching position somewhere.
Simona and Jackson State fans, you know I talked about this before. Look after that Grambling game, how that damn Jackson State defense played.
Oh yeah, they was something else.
That was something exactly, Mr. Ford. Thank you. I keep telling folks, you might want to study how that man did that. I'm telling you, and wherever y'all found him from, that's one of the most countryest damn people in the world. When that man when they interviewed him for the SWAC championship game, and they said, "What you think about Sutton?" Nothing. Oh, ain't no thing. Nothing.
Yeah. But he was telling the truth.
He went out there and told Southern, "You ain't gonna do nothing different, and we gonna beat you." And he beat him.
Listen, when he talked about Southern, he was being truthful. There's no imagination on that offensive side. None.
Hey, that wasn't the only thing that was said, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
He was right about Southern. There's no imagination with Southern's offense.
Yeah, I mean, he to me, he is one of those defensive coordinators somehow folks have slept on, and now that he's showing it, trust me, if I'm seeing it, there's 11 other SWAC schools seeing it. There's other CS schools seeing it.
Yeah. Remember the guy at Alabama State left Alabama State and went to UAB. So they definitely looking.
For what?
Ryan Lewis went to UAB.
He went over there.
Yeah. And one guy from somebody went to the New England Patriots. The guy from FAMU, I think, went to the New England Patriots. So they looking.
Trust me, they looking. Because I keep telling folks, I said, here it is, the third, fourth quarter. And once I start looking at the games, I'm like 0-0, 0-3, 0-0-7, 3-7. I said, well, damn, these folks ain't scored on Jackson State in the last 6 games and after the second half. His ability to make his players believe into his system, where he coaches to their ability to shut down folks. That's what we need more in the SWAC. Yeah, and I know you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Ford, because you've been around since Coach Bob Hill and Coach W.C. Gordon, Coach Pete over there.
Let me tell you, the biggest thing we need in SWAC now is offensive innovation. That's a big, and I'm gonna say this: we've been needing it for over 30 years. We need more offensive innovation. I'm telling you, like I said, I would have more respect for Terrence if we would bring Maynard down to Southern. He can be passing game coordinator. He can be offense coordinator. That would help his program out. Because ain't nobody going to take him serious long as Mark Fredericks is doing 3 yards in a cloud of dust. The people at Southern are not going to take him serious. They're not going to take him serious.
I keep telling people, We need another Archie Cooley. We need a gunslinger. Somebody's not afraid to sit there and throw that damn football. That's what the SWAC really needs. Because you getting the athletes, man. I think Jackson State, y'all got what? 3 or 4 all-purpose athletes that can really take the ball to the house. What was the Alabama State game? Marcus Dupree grandson caught a 5-yard over the middle pass and took it to the house, and that was the deciding factor in that game. So yeah, I mean, we got the athletes to do that.
Yeah,
get them in space.
Yeah,
you got you know, and see, a lot of other SWAC schools got the athletes, but like you said, Mr. Ford, if you sticking to 3 yards in a cloud of dust, you crazy as hell right now.
Yeah.
Play action pass or something.
And don't forget, we got to get a head coach down at Bethune-Cookman because they don't have a head coach. We got to get a head coach at Bethune-Cookman. Okay, got to do that. And the other one I think that we need to look at too, we got to keep our eye on Pine Bluff. If Pine Bluff is not going to get any better, we got to get somebody else in there. We got to get somebody else.
But you know what, though? You know what, Mr. Ford? The coach at Pine Bluff wasn't bad, but the thing is, he can't keep his players now. His quarterback, his starting quarterback is what at Alabama A&M. That dude is pretty damn good.
Yes, he was, and I think he should start at A&M.
And hey, I'm telling you, you better watch Alabama A&M. I'm serious. You gotta watch him. Sam Shields is a hell of a damn coach. Now, hey, listen, Perryview Lionel. Sam Shields is better than that big pound puppy Q dog y'all got down there in Perryview. He can coach better. Sam Shields can coach better. Your coach can have them boys to run through a brick wall. Sam Shields can show them folks how to run around the brick wall and score. That's my situation with them 2 coaches. If you think I'm joking, listen to him.
Listen, Mr. Mona, I got to get in the bed. Listen, when you coming back? When you coming back?
Mr. Ford.
Huh? Don't forsake us.
What you mean don't forsake?
You know, I told you one time you was AWOL and I was listening to Lionel. I had to listen to Lionel every night.
Simona, I told you he was gonna get on to you by leaving.
So when you coming back?
We gotta get on these schedules. We gotta get on these.
When you coming Tuesday, Thursday? What we doing? Are we doing Tuesday and Thursday?
Damn, Tuesday and Thursday.
What you want to do?
I think we should do a Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay, Tuesday and Thursday this week.
Then I can skip SWAC Saturday.
Ooh, that'll be rough. Ooh, I don't know. SWAC Saturday is the culmination.
Okay.
The culmination. Man.
So in other words, no off days. Okay.
Well, let's see. So what day can I look for you?
I'll come back Tuesday.
Okay. Well, listen, everybody, I've enjoyed it. I got to get out of Charlotte tomorrow. So
safe travels, Mr. Ford.
Yes, and I've enjoyed your city. I've, like I said, Charlotte is growing. And this week, I want you to look up those articles. There were some really nice articles done about the economic base in Charlotte this week. And I thought about you and Brother Jerome when I read them. And one of the things that talked about is Charlotte, the family base, and the wealth of the families in Charlotte. That was really good article. Really good article. Listen, bro, I had a good time with you and bro Lionel. Enjoyed y'all.
Hey, you tell them folks in Charlotte to bring back that damn tournament. I don't like to go to Baltimore because it's too damn cold.
And listen, I like Charlotte. I like Charlotte. Because I used to take my mother to Richmond. This was years ago. I would take my mother to Richmond because she loved the CIAA tournament. I would take her to Richmond. I would take her to Winston-Salem. And she passed when it was time to come to Charlotte. But I did come up to Charlotte, and I love Charlotte. I loved it when it was in Charlotte. Yes, I did.
Man, when Tom Joyner used to go up there for that damn tournament, the CIAA tournament. That's what made me start going to Charlotte.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
that was a weekend. Woo, boy,
yes,
that
it was. I really love Charlotte. I really did. Well, listen, everybody, y'all have a good night. Dr. Kanisha, have a good night. And Dr. Kanisha, by the way, did Howard get an offensive coordinator yet? It's two things we want Howard to get: 150 pieces in the band and an offensive coordinator. Okay. All right, Dr. Kanisha, we're gonna hold you to that.
Mr. Ford.
Okay. Have a good night.
Mr. Ford, wait a minute. Hold on. Before you leave, Mr. Ford, wait a minute. Oh, he done left. Lord, that Mr. Ford, that Mr. Ford.
Nah, he left out. Just hitting her where it hurts. Why would he say that?
Lord, he had to go out.
Well, look, Howard beat Jackson State in 2008 in the Celebration Bowl, so maybe it's a little get back for Jackson State. Yeah, not Celebration Bowl. The last SWAC MEAC challenge. My bad. Yeah, SWAC MEAC challenge. Yeah, look, peer review. Yeah, look, come on, peer review, man. Hempstead, man, don't make me travel down to Hempstead again, man. Man, I don't like to travel that far to go down to Hempstead, man. But if I have to come down there,
So that's a get back game with who you said?
Howard and Jackson State. Yeah. It was 2008. Yeah.
So
that was look 2008. I think SWAC MEAC challenge. Howard versus Jackson State. Yeah.
I think Ray said we never played him in the challenge or whatever that was.
Look, 2008. Jackson State played there. Was it Hampton then? One of them damn things. All them damn things the same to me. Hampton, Howard, whatever. Yeah.
All the bougie schools.
Yeah, the bourgeois.
The Hampton. Yeah. All of them damn bourgeois to me. Goddamn. Well, see, Fairview, we know y'all just country as hell. That's a good thing. But Hampton, it was Hampton, Howard, one of them damn things. It was 2008, and Jackson State lost. Listen, look, I didn't hit y'all. Look, man, you done made me hit that damn old English 800 a little earlier than normal because I got to go pick them folks up tonight about 2:00 from the damn Essence Festival, and oh man, I got to hear that shit tonight now. So, but anyway, though, man, but I'm telling y'all, this year in the SWAC, I've never seen the school so quiet. I've never seen school so quiet. Nobody is talking. Why is that? Why is everybody so quiet? You can't tell me that it's look, what your coach said, wasn't nobody paying attention on social media until I came. Didn't he say something like that? Hello? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that man was talking about nobody was paying attention to the SWAC on social media until he came. Now you gotta tell that angry. You gotta tell that little angry cute dog to calm down.
Oh wow.
Well, you know, the only reason why you play as cute dog is because your GPA is about 2.0. You know, they'll take any damn body. You know, I thought, look, bro, y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody been in college. You know, everybody that's a little slow, they pledge Omega. Yeah, put them on over there. You know, just put them on over there in that corner over there. Look at them. You just use an X, mark your name with an X, and you go come on and pledge.
Come on,
then
drink the whole bottle.
No, look at this.
You done drunk half of it already.
Well, shit. The way y'all over here talking, what the world?
Hey, look, Brother McCarty said it.
What did you pledge, Unc?
Excuse me. It's only one fraternity. We are the beginning, and everybody else follows behind us.
And what's
and
that?
goddamn it, 1906. In 1906, and I shouldn't have to say anything else. Because if you don't know what happened in 1906, the rest of y'all need to open up your history books and learn something. Our GPA is way higher than your football team percentages, winnings. Trust me. Now, other than that, I'll get back. Brother McCarr said it best. His exact words. He said, every SWAC school is copying him on social media. Now, when the hell somebody copy Perry View on social media? I'm just saying. And shout out, Brother McCarr. Appreciate you for letting me getting the correct words in there. So, no. But getting back to it. Ain't nothing wrong with pledging other fraternities. I promise you there's nothing wrong with it. Y'all can sit out there. You can bark. You can jump around. You can use canes. And you can just try to be like us. But Alpha Phi Alpha, we are the beginning. Everybody else, y'all follow. Next question.
I pledge me by me.
Okay, we wasn't trying to go that far. We tried to.
It just follows. Think about it. Omega Psi Phi. Omega Psi Phi is what? Huh? What'd you say? Hey Q? Man, nobody understand no shit like that. You name me a Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity member that pledged that didn't have to run back in class and try the last 3 weeks to pass. Phi Beta Sigma? Ooh, bruh. Y'all want to be Kappas, but y'all colors are different. And both of y'all a little, little different. I'm just saying. Hold on now. We got, what is it?
Shout out your chat. Shout out your channel. Sweat. And when you come on.
Okay. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What is it? The RNG SWAC Sports Network.
Yeah.
And y'all more than welcome to come up. Y'all can hit the link and especially Lionel, because I damn sure got to get you on the record, Lionel, of your predictions.
Yeah.
Going 11-1. I cannot believe it. So how can you, hey, Lionel, answer me this. Crook say Southern is going 11-1, and you say you're going 11-1. So how the hell can both y'all go 11-1, and Southern claims to win the SWAC West, but you claim to win not only the SWAC but the Celebration Bowl? Is he still on here?
No,
He left. He left.
He gone.
Lionel gone too.
Lionel been
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how. But look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. This football season might be the most entertaining season that we've had because everybody's scared. I don't know what the hell you're scared of Jackson State for.
Scared of who?
I can't be scared. Why the schools are so scared of Jackson State?
How are you gonna put somebody in timeout and they on the panel, G Boom?
G Boom said I gotta go in timeout.
No,
hey, I'm just
he said we put Lionel in timeout. How we put Lionel in timeout and he was on the panel?
Nah, that was Shanetta. Sorry, DC, I gotta call you out a little bit. Look, that's why I was saying. Look, tomorrow. That's why I was saying you gotta come on the panel now.
Talk about it's boring, or I don't know, something about my channel is boring, or this show is boring. They won't block you. I don't check.
No, not you. Not you. You didn't say that.
No, I don't check my moderators. My moderators do what the hell they want in the chat.
Man, please.
I don't got time for that.
Listen, in this SWAC's show or school that's doing something like this, it's never boring. I keep telling people we need more of this. There's no other conference that actually have content creators like we have. The problem is we cannot get folks to really tune in because I don't know why, but they will go back and rewatch it. That's the crazy thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm like, man, tune in. Don't be afraid to comment.
Y'all tune in. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I dropped the link. I'm going to drop it one more time. Click the link. It's at Power 966. That's the SWAC historian, Orangey. Make sure you tune in.
The Orangey SWAC Sports Network.
We have a
trust
good
me.
time.
Yeah, trust me. I do not mind talking about every damn school in the SWAC. Listen. I went to Tougaloo. We don't have a football program. We got a hell of a goddamn basketball, baseball, and now we got soccer. So we'll whoop y'all ass in soccer. Oh, that's right. Y'all don't have male soccer teams. Anyway, but anyway, though, it's all good though, man. Thank you for allowing me to come up on your platform and letting me shout out my channel. Yeah, ain't no big deal. Look, y'all done got me full of that old English 800. Now I got to send a damn Uber to go pick them damn ladies up from the Essence Festival.
Yes,
trust me, I'm gonna send a damn dog. Send the dogs to drive over there and get them one or the other. But they ain't gonna come back to about 3 o'clock in the morning. I probably been and fell asleep and woke up and told them somebody slipped something in my my water that I was drinking. So, but it's all good though, man.
Don't leave them stranded. What the hell?
No, Israel say don't drive. No, I ain't driving. No, I done drunk me about a damn 12-pack of old English. No, I can't. I'm unfunctional. But see, when every year my wife and her friends,
I'm unfunctional.
Yeah, every year my wife and her friends, they go to Essence Festival, and I take them. I'm the escort. They want to go here, they want to go there, like they're at the concerts, and then they'll call me and say, "Come pick me up." Now I'm supposed to be sober, so tonight it ain't gonna happen.
They made you the chauffeur.
Was that it, brother?
They made you the chauffeur.
Yeah, the chauffeur. Yeah. That's I accept that role when it comes to Essence Festival. Cause see, when it comes to football season, I load up my truck and I go where the hell I want to go. You know, so yeah, so we make trades like that. I'm trying to get my damn permission slip passed so I can go back to Vegas. So I went to Vegas in March, and I didn't know this game coming between between Grambling and Jackson State. So I got to get another permission slip passed. So,
Willie, who is you talking about? Lord have mercy. Who is she talking about, man?
She say somebody that been in these chats have a whole DUI and mugshot. Give them that energy. Oh, goodness gracious, not me. Oh, hell no. Yeah, trust me. When I send that Uber tonight, it's gonna be the luxury Uber. I'm telling you what's going on.
Oh, you got that? Yeah, you got that Uber looks.
Okay.
Yeah, get that Uber luxury. Yeah. I'm not driving nowhere tonight. Hell no. I had to listen to that damn man Lionel talk about Southern going 11-1. First, Crook started yesterday talking about him going 11-1. I'm like, how the hell y'all just gonna beat everybody? And y'all are the most basic playing defense and offensive teams in SWAC, but y'all gonna beat everybody? But how can y'all both go 11-1 and one win the SWAC West and then the other one just win the SWAC and the damn thing?
Which one's better, y'all? Angel Soft or Sherman?
Nah, great value one ply.
Wait, you're gonna use the whole roll after going to the bathroom 3 times. The whole roll gone.
Yeah, that was something serious, man. Tonight, man, I'm dumbfounded on this SWAC West, and so Grambling ain't gonna win a game. Alcorn can't win a game. UAPB ain't gonna win a game. Valley ain't gonna win a game. I'm like, bruh, stop it. But hey, man, but you know it is July, so everybody think they're a winner. August. Everybody think they're a winner because they might.
Winner, but there's only one winner that swept the SWAC last year. Jackson State University. The I love 1400 J.R. Lynch Street, Jackson, Mississippi 39217. SWAC West is they're building something. As Mr. Ford said, last year they were weak as sweet water, but this year They turning it over. They're turning over a new leaf. So we shall see. All right. Thank you, Unc, for coming on. And I will see you on Monday in your chat.
Okay, I'm still here.
Who is she talking about?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. See you later.
Hey, once again, man, thank y'all, man. Hey, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, join the ONG on the ONG SWAC Sports Network. Hey, and during the season, hey, this is another thing. I really want y'all to promote this. During the season, every Wednesday night, you can win 2 free tickets. I say again, 2 free tickets. I buy the tickets. I send them to you so you can go to the SWAC game of your choice. So if your team is playing whoever, you got 2 free tickets, whether it's a home game or away game. Name the game that but you got to answer trivia questions and you got to come up. That's the problem that I'm having with people. They're afraid to come up. And it's basic questions. I'm not going to ask you who was the 3rd SWAC champion since 1985 or some shit like that. But you can win your 2 free tickets to go to the game. I'm tired of going to these damn games and giving away free tickets when y'all can answer the questions on the internet. But hey, shout out to y'all, man. I'm gonna take me a damn nap. So these women come back to my damn house, they can act like they can think I was sleeping. So, and that's why I couldn't get up. But thank you again, Timona. Y'all have a good night.
Good night. Hey y'all. What y'all think about tonight? What y'all think about
that was interesting.
Tonight? Huh?
That was a very interesting live. Did we touch on all the topics tonight?
No, I don't even know what we're supposed to be talking about. It was SWAC Saturday. You know, SWAC Saturday is fluid in our topics.
Did we even go over the? I said, did we even go to the street committee?
Miss Mary.
You just not get here, Miss Mary.
Miss Mary. It is 11. No, she's in Miami, Florida. Miss Mary is damn near 1 o'clock talking about some hey guys. Miss Mary. Everybody say hey to Miss Mary.
Miss Mary.
We was just winging it. And I'm about to rock. Steady.
All right.
Steady rocking all night long.
They're gonna get you for copyright now. You better stop singing.
You can get copyright for singing?
Yes.
Well, I'm in Alabama visiting family. Okay. What part of Alabama, Miss Mary? Miss Mary says she's in Alabama.
Man, look, everybody outside right now.
Right. And I'm over here.
Ford and Charlotte and ain't told nobody nothing.
Ain't told nobody nothing. I need to be, listen, that's what I want to do. I want to pop up in another city for my live. I'm just here at home.
Look, I'm trying to get my YouTube up and popping so I can start traveling.
Man, what?
I'm getting sick and tired of getting stuck in Mississippi. I'm tired of it.
In terms of SWAC Media Day, I'm still, we're still waiting. Louisville, Cleo, Troy. Louisville. Alabama. We're still waiting on that green light for SWAC Media Day. So I won't be taking any donations yet for SWAC Media Day. I have to wait for that green light. What y'all want to talk about on Tuesday? Did you like my little demonstration?
You didn't mix the sugar up.
Huh?
You didn't mix the sugar.
You don't have to mix it up. Why you gotta mix it up? It's still sweet water.
Yeah,
you gotta mix it.
Well, all the sugar at the bottom, so you're really not gonna get to it until you.
That's just how it is. All of it's at the bottom.
Oh.
First of all, let me just say.
Is that strawberry?
Yes, strawberry and grapes. They haven't sent those media approvals yet. Well, I have to buy a flight. Flights are kind of expensive.
So they sent all of them at the same time?
Yeah, but it's July 6th. and I just didn't pull the trigger on that
When it's
flight.
on July 15th?
The flight and the hotel, by the way. You know, I'm not getting ready to ask for no types of donations until I got my flight and hotel booked, and then I'll say, okay. Other than that,
isn't SWAC Media Day on the 15th?
The 16th.
That's in 10 days. What?
I know. I don't look like I'll be getting my bundles in. Have you tried the pear?
Oh, apple.
Oh, the apple flavor. I don't think I've tried apple. They've came out with some liquor. Yes, they do. However, this is cutting it close on approvals. Yeah. So hopefully I get that approval, and then we'll see if I'm gonna pull the trigger. Cause baby, them flights was kind of expensive. When I looked the other day,
ain't something else coming up after that?
That money in my pocket. I'm not gonna spend that much. So, you know,
ain't something else coming up after SWAC Media Day? We live there talking about you.
Oh, a green apple. At least if you reserve. No, I don't do that. I buy my stuff through Priceline.com. I don't reserve anything. I do Priceline, where you buy it all at once. So you buy the flight and the hotel all at once in like a.
Oh, so they do packages.
Yeah, you do a package. That way, when you get to the hotel, they're only gonna hold like $50 or $100. Why y'all laughing? Natasha was gonna let me make it. What did I say? It was a pear.
Yeah. I don't even think they have a pear emoji. Let me see.
Yeah, so I do Priceline. So.
Oh, did you finish the post? Oh, they do got a pear emoji.
Yeah, I thought I had to squint a little bit, Y'all, what y'all think about tonight's show? Listen, we are getting ready I can't wait to start glazing Jackson State so hard. It's going to be ridiculous. So, as you guys know, I already have literally like 1,000 like PowerPoint presentations of Jackson State coaching staff, Jackson State quarterbacks, Jackson State linebackers, Jackson State defensive line, Jackson State offensive line. Like I already have those like in the queue. And did I drop those in July or was that August?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. All I know is when nephew.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that again.
When? What we about to do? What we about to do, nephew?
Look, I should have just said on my chest last year, but I said, nah, we gotta wait and see what's gonna happen. But yeah, win.
Yeah. So, those are all. I guess we could do that on Tuesday. You think we should do a Jackson State show on Tuesday? Tuesday or Thursday? Which day should we do a Jackson State show?
We should do it a day where I'm not working, so that way I can participate in the festivities. But this job is killing me right now.
A Jackson State show on a Saturday would be crazy. What do you think about that? You want to do a Jackson show on a Saturday?
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice.
I think so too.
But they tune in to see us anyway. So,
Let me see which would be easiest for me to do. Damn, you guys realize that? What the hell? SWAC Media Day is literally a week and a half away.
Yeah, that's what I just said. That's 10 days away. They ain't sent out no credentials yet.
SWAC Jackson State Saturday. So 30. Yes, but damn, I didn't know. Oh, so I definitely have to have a live every single day. I have to have a live Tuesday.
Well, not every day, but
no, I do. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then then the next Tuesday, if I do get approved for SWAC Media Day, we're gonna have to have a live on that Tuesday in
Oh, wait, it's on a Tuesday?
Birmingham. No, it's on a Wednesday.
Oh, media day's on a Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. They have do you know that the very next day they have MEAC SWAC challenge conference?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I said,
they always do that. They always do it like right after. That's a lot. That's why a lot of people they just drive in. Like the majority of the people who are on that list for media credentials, they are in the South, right? So or they're like in driving distance, like they're in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia. So they're like in driving distance to Birmingham. JSU versus everybody show Saturday. Yes, Miss Natasha, I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay, so what positions are we going to go over? I feel like quarterback position is probably the easiest to go over because, there's only 5 quarterbacks, I want to say. Kept on saying Sham Shields.
I thought somebody else noticed that, but
Jamal, stop playing. Are we still talking about Sam Shields? He meant Sam Shade. It was just, it gets to a point where, it didn't make no sense to try to correct him.
Hey, you guys, I would just like to share that.
Why have we been on here for 3 hours and 42 minutes? That's ridiculous, and that's not okay at all.
What you mean, why? We always be on the show that long.
No, we do not be on here for no damn 4 hours. That's ridiculous.
But we was on here for 5 hours one time.
We must have been watching a TV show or something.
No, I think it was just a regular live.
No, I would not be. That was for draft day or something. I'm not finna sit up on here and talk for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was draft day.
Yeah,
I think the longest live show we did was 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours.
And we're cutting it kind of close. Nephew, any last words?
Well, I would like to say, we are now 15 signups away from 500 members of the collective. So if you guys want to keep these players in house and keep dominating all of HBCU football, make sure you go ahead and join that collective, KC1400collective.com. If you want to keep beating up on these teams like Sutton and everybody, But yeah, this was a really good live tonight and funny. Very, very, very funny.
Y'all was cutting up.
Yeah, y'all definitely was cutting up in this chat, especially you, Miss Whitley. And Dre.
Dre was upset. He was like, damn, can we cut this short? Dre, let that man talk his mess because guess what? When the season roll around, it is what it is. It will be what it will be. Go ahead and lead us out in our benediction, nephew. May the Lord watch.
May the Lord watch.
Between me and thee.
Between me and thee.
Me and thee. I like that. While we are absent.
One from another.
One from another. Amen.
Reach out and touch somebody
next. Yes, somebody next to you. Yeah.
Make the SWAC a better place. Yes, we can.
Wait, what?
Make the SWAC a better place. Yes, we can.
Look, I got these for SWAC Media Day.
Oh, is that what is that? Oh, that's a mic stand. Oh, you made a microphone. Okay, I see that.
I have the thing that goes over it, and then I have the other thing that goes right here, where you're supposed to put like the name of your podcast right there. I have that too.
Oh, you made a microphone.
Every year around this time, I am not prepared with all the equipment. I'm at the end with these folks, nephew. Y'all done remixed the hell out of that song.
That was my little remix, Whitley.
Okay. Well, you know my favorite of all. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And
some sleepless night.
Yes.
I can't hit them high notes, so I can't do that no more.
When I look around and I think things over. I'm pretty sure that you singing it, you'll sound better than our former president.
And look, no, don't even bring that up.
Can I play that?
Don't even bring that up.
Can I play that?
No.
Why? It was funny.
I'm not trying to go to you know what laughing.
Oh, okay.
My ASS off. No, not trying to do
I'm
it.
gonna play it.
Oh, speaking of, did y'all hear that? Speaking of pastors, did y'all hear that? Never mind.
Let me pull it up. Where's Miss Donna at? Good to me.
Well, since he ain't here no more, I guess I could say it. So, pastor.
We're getting ready to go out in style, y'all. We're going out in style. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another edition of SWAC Saturday with SheLovesThee. Special guest, Mr. Ford, JTV Videos, Lionel Mosby of PV versus Everybody, and Unc Orange of Orangey SWAC Sports.
Come on, no.
Of my good days, I will not bad days.
Come on. Oh my God.
I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask say thank you, Lord. I won't compare. That's been so good to me. He's been good to me. Better than this world I could ever be. He's been so good. But he knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say